about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
That blows my mind.
Bone, does it blow your mind that people do things? You and I sit on our asses every single day and say, ee, wee, wee, on the radio. There are real people out there making a difference. Ee, wee, wee.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
It is Wild Card Wednesday. How you doing, Bone?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Teddy's still out with the flu today.
He is not doing good.
And Timmy joined him.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy's not feeling good. So Cole is here again today. This is day 2 for you.
For now, if it's going around, I'm next.
No kidding. Well, we've had so all my kids have been sick. So I haven't seen my kids for 3 days.
The ones that live in your house and the ones that you don't claim.
Yeah, well,
outside.
I don't know how many other kids there are. I don't ask. You know what I mean? No one's contacted me. So I'm going to say.
There's not a lot of little bald children with beards.
Just running around.
Yeah, all his daughters with beards.
Yeah, that's right. All my bald daughters with beards who come to me and ask me about dirt track racing and metal. Yeah.
Guar.
That's right. I helped Cole find out what guar is the other day. That was good. So all I know is this, Mike. At my house, everyone's been upstairs who's sick. We bring them food and set it outside their door like they're prisoners, and then they go and they get the food. But they don't want to come down. They're just up there. They don't want to leave. They don't feel good. They're sick. So
You don't go up there and cuddle them or.
Well, I mean, I go up and I talk to them through the door. I'm coming in here. I don't want to give you guys all this stuff.
What's the difference? We're all going to die.
Don't you sleep in separate beds from your wife when it's...
Yeah, but that's not... We just do that every night. That has nothing to do with illness.
No, I remember. Okay, well, back when you were banging, I guess, there was a time where you told me when the illness came, one of you would have to leave and go to the other room.
But I don't care about her. But I mean, when the kid gets sick, I mean, I don't care. I lick her face.
My wife is doing that. I do that stuff when I don't have to go to work, but also... I got to come in here.
I see. So when the kid is sick, you just look at her and say, that's your job, bitch. Get up there.
That's not what I say.
I'm the man.
That's what she says.
I stay down here.
She yells at me. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I was just going to sleep. She's like, no, you get sick. Stay down here. I'm like, okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, in my house, we got the pukies.
Oh, pukies.
Pukies.
Oh, no.
So, Samantha threw up on Friday. And right in the hallway, because we can't get to she passed a perfectly good bathroom. No, I don't want that one. I'm going to do it right in the hallway on the wood floor so it splatters everywhere, hits the walls.
Yeah.
Right? So she's had that. And then, my wife thinks she has everything anyway. Like, I'll come, how was your day? My finger moved. I have Parkinson's.
Oh.
You don't have what? She thinks she has every ailment in the world. She has none of them. Mm-hmm. My entire retirement is going to be driving her back and forth from doctors who tell her there's nothing wrong with you. And the ironic part is she's going to live to be 100.
Probably right. Yeah.
She thinks she has everything.
No, you're right. She'll probably be very healthy.
So the kid, Pukey, she stays away from the kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it. I don't want to puke. So this kid, I'm hugging on her. I'm loving her. I got the iron stuff.
So you don't care about us.
I have not thrown up since 1997.
That doesn't mean you can't carry the virus.
Well, you know what? Then you have to.
You're Cyrus the virus over here.
If it comes to getting you sick and giving my daughter a kiss when she doesn't feel good, that's what the price I'm going to pay.
Okay. So, I see. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yes, I like her better than you.
Yeah, but I like my kids better than you. But we live in a society.
I didn't tell you. You also live in a household.
Put a mask on. You can let me know. I don't want to puke.
Get out of here.
No,
control
put a
yourself.
mask on. You control yourself.
I haven't puked since 1997.
I haven't been talking to my kids for 3 days because Mr. Germaphobe over here, and now I find out you're licking your kid's face while she's vomiting in your mouth. It's disgusting.
We got Ted in here. We got Timmy in here. That's going to make me sick.
I agree.
Not you and your kids.
Okay.
What was I going to say?
Well, I'll go see him tonight.
Anyway, so Samantha, Kristen stays away from Samantha this whole, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. One of us got sick.
Yeah, she got sick.
The other one's me. So me and Samantha, we feel great now.
Oh.
We're running around. She feels great. Then the other one, are you okay? I don't know.
Is she puking?
No, because
okay. Well, I don't know.
I feel queasy. All right. Me too. Just daily. I live at queasy.
You feel queasy every day?
Every day. It's like, I'm at 70%. I yearn to get to 70%.
I didn't know this.
My whole life is trying to get to 70%.
I didn't know you were walking around feeling queasy all the time.
Are you kidding? All the time.
That's good.
I shove it away and then eat.
Oh, I see.
I don't let that stop me.
I see. Gotcha.
The Michigan people. Oh, by the way, it's Wildcard Wednesday. Please do tweet us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Also name dropping with Jeff Rimmer at 5:30. The Michigan people are fighting back against the NCAA. They have sent responses to the NCAA essentially saying, you're overreacting, grossly overreaching was what they used, and wildly overcharging the university despite a lack of evidence. They say, hey, this whole thing with Connor Stalions, clearly this guy was a mental defective. Nobody knew about him.
Uh-huh.
All right. He had no connection with anybody here. And you, NCAA, you should be treating these more like level 2 violations. This is the equivalent of buying a hamburger for somebody. This isn't stealing signs or systematic cheating. None of that. Also,
when Michigan was caught buying a hamburger, they also acted like they were being brought before the Hague. Like they thought that was how dare you insinuate Jim Harbaugh bought somebody a cheeseburger on a non-contact day. That's wrong. And now these violations, they're saying also the word, how dare you? It's almost like the Wolverine that cried wolf, right? Like that's just all they're doing is constantly saying everything is against them. No one is ever for them. This is all a witch hunt.
I like this. Michigan explained deleted text by Coach Sharon Moore with Stalions that occurred on the day the investigation became public. According to Moore, he deleted 52 text messages with Stalions in frustration after he believed that Stalions' violations would take credit and attention away from what the players and coaches achieved at Michigan. The texts were ultimately recovered. No, that's why he deleted them. Not because
they showed anything bad.
Well, not because he wanted to avoid all questioning and what did you know about this and who's this guy and what do these communications say? Just because he wanted to make sure not to take the attention away from the people who really deserved it, like him. And the other coaches. And maybe the players too.
Yeah. The notion that, one, they're getting like an overly severe penalty, you know, obviously Ohio State fans are going to look at the fact that Jim Tressel didn't forward an email and got excommunicated from the NCAA. That's going to be a thing that we would probably look to. I would also guess that like USC fans might say, oh, do tell about, we had like everything stripped away from us because we're paying a guy, which again, Reggie Bush, that whole scenario probably wasn't great, but all of that was let's get a player to be on the field, not let's take the signs during a game and cheat with them, which is what you're accused of. All these other scandals we've had, mostly in college football over the last 30 years, have all been involving getting the best players on campus through whatever means necessary, monetarily or otherwise. But once they're there, well, they got to figure out how to win the game on the field with their own merit. The Michigan thing is a whole nother level above that, where you're saying on that field, we hope to give our guys illegal information so they know what plays are coming. That's just like a different level of cheating.
The NCAA is still investigating the Connor Stalions cheating allegations. Now, Jim Harbaugh did get a show cause penalty. It has nothing to do with this.
No,
it had to do with the hamburger.
Right.
Essentially. So he got his show cause. He's not affected by this, of course, because he's coaching in the NFL, but Michigan can be greatly affected by this. So the poll question today, 971thefan.com. What punishment will the Wolverines suffer after following the NCAA's cheating investigation? Here's your choices. NCAA championship revoked. No. Probation/suspensions. Maybe. A slap on the wrist or no penalties. There's no way they're getting out of this with no penalties. It's going to be somewhere in between probation/suspensions and a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
For what we think it is.
I tend to think it's going to be probation suspensions, but I did look at what the fan poll was on the voting. 33% of you agree with us that it's probation/suspensions. The next highest response is NCAA championship revoked at 29%.
Look, I know why
Folks,
Buckeye fans want that. It's not going to happen.
I want it too. And if there was justice in this, yes, that's what should happen. In my opinion, I think their championship is tainted. But that's never going to happen with the NCAA because I don't believe the NCAA has any reasonable power anyway. The only thing they can do is maybe do some suspensions, but it's going to all come out in a legal battle, right? Clearly Michigan's going to keep fighting this, and even if they do suspend someone, I'm sure they'll take it to a court. Like they'll go out of the NCAA and say something else has to be done here. They won't accept these suspensions, even if they do get them.
All right, Wild Card Wednesday fun, and I'm going to give you another reason why I'm a terrible person. That's coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. We also have some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get ready for the big game and stock up on home team favorites like buy 5, save $5 deals at Meijer. Mix or match hundreds of items like assorted varieties of DiGiorno frozen pizza, 24 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue or marinade sauce. Buy 5, save 5 this week at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter from my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Make 2025 your year and finally feel like yourself again. Don't just set goals, allow Affinity to help you support them. The people at Affinity Whole Health, they're experts in GLP-1s for weight loss therapy, testosterone replacement therapy, and bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So you can rock 2025 with a sustainable weight loss plan and more energy, increased muscle, and better sleep. It's all great. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com and turn your resolution into reality. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. And 7 weeks ago, I decided to make a change. And now I'm down 37 pounds. Only 7 weeks to drop what probably took 5 years to put on. What's more wild is how easy it was, all thanks to Awaken 180. I'm chasing Willie around like it's nothing, throwing him up in the air, running after the dog, all kinds of good things. Something that used to leave me gas. And you know what? If you're overweight, I'm sure that you can relate. Late nights, early mornings, football playoffs, none of it feels like it's slowing me down anymore. And those cravings that always got in my way, gone. Poof. What I thought would be a struggle has become second nature. The other guys here at the Fan were right. Awaken 180 gives results. And more importantly, the fast results we need to keep on going. My coach, Natalie, is the health guru. She helps me adjust to fit my crazy schedule from what to eat to when to eat. No meds, no gimmicks. Just a plan straight up that works and can work for anyone. If you want control, take control with Awaken 180. It is the choice to make. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. Hey there, Beamer here. Big news for Columbus. We all love new, right? A new house, a new car, a new phone, a new dog, a new puppy, whatever. And of course, a new store. There's a brand new AT&T store on Georgesville Road. That means you just got even more of what we need to stay connected. A new store in the 614 means now that we have even more ways to bring us together. So whether you need a new device, a new charger, or the very best deals on every smartphone, AT&T has got you covered. Because bringing people together is what AT&T does. When you're meeting the family for a barbecue or analyzing the next game with your friends who know better than the coach, or getting together for a hockey game, you can come join me, Brandon Beam, and 97.1 The Fan on Saturday from noon to 2 at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive and walk away feeling connected in more ways than ever before. Because AT&T knows connecting changes everything. Visit your local store for more information. Offers vary by device. Restrictions may apply.
Morning Juice.
I've actually got a speaking engagement in Lima on a Wednesday.
Lima or Lima?
Yeah, Peru.
Let's took a train from Springfield up to Lima.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Sometimes the best time to prune trees is when they're dormant or with no leaves on them. For ISA certified arborists, it helps them see what branches may need to be pruned or removed. Dormant season pruning can also help lessen problems associated with insects and diseases and help create structurally stronger trees that can better handle heavy wet snows or ice buildup. Contact an ISA certified arborist to get the best professional advice on keeping your trees healthy and safe. Go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me.
Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking at a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine. Highs in the low 40s. Yet again, it will be windy today. Winds could occasionally gust over 30 miles per hour. Clear and cold tonight. Lows in the mid-20s. Increasing clouds on your Thursday. Warmer with a high of 47. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Yeah. It's Wild Card Wednesday. Please do tweet us your nonsense at Man and Bone 971. Text us your nonsense. 614-787-3093. All right. Reason number 2,349, why I'm a bad person.
Okay.
I was reading a story today about former wrestler Buff Bagwell. Remember Buff?
Oh,
Buff's
remember.
got the stuff.
Buff Bagwell was very fit, very tan.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall correctly, did Buff end up doing a little bit on the side after wrestling ended? Where
Buff became a male prostitute.
That's right. That's what I was getting at. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I've dabbled in that.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
How'd that go?
I was just the fluffer. I would just get him ready for the real talent.
You got the real male prostitute ready, or I'm not understanding.
No.
what do we mean? I don't know if you know what a fluffer is, but that's usually what they're doing. They're getting I think they're getting the guy fluffed, is what I think.
Anyway, Buff Bagwell has posted that he has to go back to prison for a few days, but not because he's relapsed. Like he wants you to know that he just didn't follow some probationary rules that he had, but it's not because he got another DUI that has not happened. All right. He's still clean and sober. That's what he says.
Okay.
But I laughed when I saw this because he put out a plea to people to not worry about him. And my question is, who the hell is worried about Buff Bagwell? Like, are you at the breakfast table in the morning? Like, what are you doing today, honey? You got a big day, busy day? I got to tell you, I watched some of this RFK confirmation hearings, and then I got to figure out what's going on with Buff Bagwell. I'm scared to death about what could happen. Is it just a couple days he's going to jail? Because if it's longer than that, the prayer circles at church,
right?
They focus on so many things. I think we need to focus on Buff Bagwell.
Agreed. That's been
who's
big
worried
topic.
about him?
I don't know, but that definitely has. I'm leaving Facebook. I'm taking a break from Facebook. I want everybody to know energy, doesn't it?
Speaking of Facebook,
feels like the people who post that are like, I got to get off social media. I need you all to know I won't be on here. So please, I hope you'll be all right without me for a few days because I'm not going to be on here.
Facebook has the marketplace. You can sell stuff.
Right?
I saw today there is an autographed picture of Jesus for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $15,000, marked down from $45,000. Think of all the money you're saving. And if it worries you that it may not be authentic, it does come with a certificate of authenticity. Prove that it's not real, I guess.
I mean, well, boy, there's a whole.
Firstly, it said, God bless Jesus. It was even inscribed.
I want to point out the target audience for this is a group of people who often do believe things on faith, right? So I mean, like they're probably not needing a certificate of authenticity because that is the whole thing. Like you're supposed to take it on faith.
If that's your holdup, now you have.
Well,
one.
it shouldn't be, right? You got to believe this person's probably telling the truth. So go bid on. I mean, that's historic, right?
Yeah,
Jesus signing something?
I've never come across one.
And if you're saying, hold on a second, autographs weren't a thing back when Jesus would have been walking the earth. Well, O ye of little faith. You don't think Jesus could have popped back over here real quick, signed a few autographs, got his money, and headed back up there? I don't
think he's signing for money. This isn't like an NIL sort of thing.
Have you met the church? Why are they? They're always asking. They always need money. Maybe he's like, look, I got to help him out. We got a lot of things we're doing. We got to raise a little money.
It was signed in a Sharpie. That I did see.
Oh, he didn't like sign. He didn't like engrave it with lightning.
No,
is what you're saying? Okay.
None of that.
That's too bad. I would have wanted that.
He did make the Sharpie just magically appear, though.
That is, look, him and the silent guy in Penn and Teller can both do that. So I think we know what that means.
That would be Teller.
Yes. I don't know. Not everybody's up on magic. What do you want? You think everybody knows these guys?
No,
they don't know.
I'm sorry.
Penn and Teller, my guys.
Wild Card Wednesday. What do you got, Boner?
Number one, there is an account. I don't know how long it's been active. It only has 5 followers, but it is called the Man and Bone Archive. Are you aware of this?
No, but it sounds about right that it only has 5 followers.
Yeah. They tweeted at us, which is why I saw this. The Twitter handle is at Panama Ted Burner, which I like. I don't know if it is Panama Ted's burner, but let him live, whoever posted this. This is from yesterday. I didn't see, there's no post today, but yesterday, apparently we missed a big day in Man and Bone history. This guy has like dates and years for when we talked about certain things.
Really?
Yes.
This is like our Jack Park.
Yes.
Back on this date, Conrad and T-Bone talked about lesbianism.
Here you go. This is from this would have been January 28th, 2022. Said man advocates for punishments using a cane like in Singapore.
Still in favor of it.
Bone educates man on Leroy Jenkins. Panama Ted.
Apparently not good enough because I don't know who the hell
I know you don't. You don't remember that. It's fine. Go look up. It's a video game thing. And then Panama Ted picked the song of the day, Dreams by the Cranberries.
Good song.
That was in 2022. Also, apparently in 2022 on that day, Mountain Dew announced their new Hard Dew flavor, Baja Blast, and Bone will never be sober again. And that has proven true. Then he also has an entry for 2024. So just last year, 1 year ago on yesterday's show, man criticized Bone for how he eats one food item at a time. I feel like we've done that multiple times, but that probably did happen then. This somehow leads to a discussion of reincarnation.
I'm sure.
I'm sure it did.
How?
This somehow leads to a discussion on ancient Egypt. I'm sure it did. So,
you know what? That makes me happy.
Thank you to
really
whoever's
does.
running that account. That's nice. Trying to see if we have more of these. Yeah, I mean, he's whoever's posted. They had one for the day before yesterday.
I was talking to 10 TV's Adam King out there before the show.
Yeah,
and he said I didn't catch some of the show this week, but I had somebody come up to me and tell me about it. Did you really talk about Auschwitz on the show? And I said, yes, we did.
Sure. Well,
we'll touch anything.
It was Holocaust Remembrance Day.
It was the 80-year anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz.
Yeah, and that's
I mean,
what
we
that
didn't
day
say
is.
yay Auschwitz.
No, I would like that to be known. If people are going to say, boy, Common and T-Bone, we're talking about the Holocaust, and who knows where they stand? Opposite of the Nazis is where we stand. Bad that happened. We hate it.
What's your thoughts on the Nazis? I'm going to go Oppo Taco.
I'm going to say not good. Not good at all.
I'm going to go opposite field.
Hate those people. Punch a Nazi. That's what I say.
Shane Gillis, your guy.
Sure.
No?
No, he's fine comedian.
I thought you liked him.
He's fine comedian, yeah.
Okay. Shane Gillis and my guy, John Bon Jovi.
Mm-hmm.
They're big Notre Dame fans. They want to put together an NIL fundraising show for Notre Dame. So I was thinking,
okay,
we could do that. Not for Notre Dame, but you know,
yeah, I got it.
For Ohio State, we can put together a little comedy program, me and you.
Oh, is that right? You want to put together a little? What do you think that would look like? Maybe like a little festival where we have some.
No, it's not called Man and Bone
Fest. Where I'm just saying I pitched this idea to you.
No,
and we both said bad idea. So now you want to go back and do something like this?
Well, if it helps the football program, yes. I mean, if you got superstars like Shane Gillis and John Bon Jovi, then I think Columbus superstars like me and you should get together. I mean, we're just as popular as those idiots.
I don't think we have anywhere near the pool there. I could see us, if you wanted to help like a high school out, we might be able to get them a few bucks. No,
let me tell you something.
Just saying. I don't know if we
put together an evening. We rent out one of the theaters downtown.
Okay.
All right, let's do, what do you want to do, Palace?
The Palace Theater?
Palace Theater.
You think we could get the
What, you think Southern small? We can't do the Palace?
I was thinking more like the Bluestone, but go ahead.
No, get out of here. We can do better than that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with the Bluestone, but I'm talking about, I want capacity.
That's where Man and Bone Fest was going to be.
Well, you know what? We've outgrown that.
Okay.
That was back in 2020. We've got 5 more years of debauchery on our resume.
Yes.
We've outgrown it.
So what do you want to
play in the main room now?
What do you want to do at this festival?
I don't know, but I'm saying you and I can stage a show.
Okay.
We could also get other Columbus dignitaries to join us for an evening of NIL fundraising. And if it's for NIL, you know, Ryan Day and the Buckeyes should make an appearance.
Of course.
You know, Pumpkin Ryan Day will be out there too.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for real Ryan Day either, but Pumpkin Ryan Day would be fantastic.
I won the CFP.
What's that?
I won the CFP.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Why don't you eat me?
You can't. Ryan Day is real. Pumpkin Ryan Day is not a real pumpkin. I just want everybody to know that.
Anyway, I think we should put together a show.
Well, I think if we did, we'd have to get some bands to come in. I think we make it a whole thing. Yeah, but we need bigger names than just you and me.
Oh, come on.
To raise the money that Ohio State needs?
comes and plays the outdoor game on March 1st. We can't do better than that.
I don't know. OAR is like sneaky popular.
I like OAR. It's not a knock on them.
I don't. Not my guys. They're fine if you like that type of thing. But it's not for me.
What's the matter with you?
What do you mean it's the matter with me? I don't like it. I got to sit here and listen to how the Beastie Boys suck. Beastie Boys run circles around OAR. Tell you that.
Let me tell you something. I'm not a big Beastie Boys guy. If you can get the Beastie Boys for our NIL thing, like raise one from the dead.
I was going to say, I don't know if you know this. Yeah,
no,
that's right.
I do know it.
Okay.
I'm all in favor, though.
Right.
If we can get reincarnated Beastie Boy.
No, you know what? I'm going to get System of a Down. I'm going to get them all to get back together and get
I thought they didn't like each other now.
Well, they're going to want to like each other because when they hear our proposal, they're going to be like, yeah, let's go. We'll have to tell them we're raising money for like an actual cause that helps people, not just
it
for
does.
Like,
it's called football greatness.
No, but I'm saying they might get together to like end world hunger. I don't think they're getting together to like help a football team win, but you know, whatever.
Can I tell you something? We can't do anything about world hunger. All right? You can try and end it all you want. It's never going to end. But what we can do is make millions of football fans happy. That's what we can do.
Okay. All right. That does seem, in fact, every year someone does that. Whoever, like at the Super Bowl, someone's going to make millions of people happy by winning that game. You're right.
There's a lot of sports going on right now. Bone's going to fill you in. Coming up in 2 minutes, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should know that northbound 71's off-ramp to westbound I-70 on the south side is currently closed due to an accident. And you're going to hit a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for an instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Visit The Waterworks online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness, the sound of sizzle, the sound of savings. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, deals for days on over 1,000 items throughout the store, plus weekly sales and My Perks for even more savings at the pump. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop at your neighborhood Giant Eagle. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Hey, please subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Lots of sports going on today. We don't usually have live sports on a Wednesday afternoon, but we do today from across the pond.
Yeah. This is the Champions League in soccer. Yep. That is all the European teams. Now, they did a weird thing this year with the Champions League. They expanded it to like 36 teams. And I'm not going to bore you with the entire explanation of how this thing works, but one of the changes they made this year was that on the final day of the group play, where they're all playing each other, that is today, all of the games, all 18 games, 36 teams in action, 18 games, all of them kicked off at 3 p.m. Eastern. So,
see, I like that. I know that people like to stagger because they can watch more stuff, but the fact that you have so much going on during one window,
yeah,
to me, that's fun.
The reason they do this, it's a big thing in like English soccer does it for their final day of the season. Champions League is now doing this, trying to capitalize. They call it Decision Day in the Premier League, but the idea is that if you're a team that needs a certain result from another team's game for your game to matter, well, you don't necessarily know that while you're playing, right? You're just out there playing. You're going to give hopefully more effort. The coaches can find out. People can tell you at halftime what the scores are. But the idea is that if the night before the team you need to loses, and then now you're just on to the next round regardless, well, what's your motivation to go out and play the hardest you can? You might throttle back.
Major League Baseball does this now on the final day of the season.
It's great. I think every league should do it. I don't know why. I know why the NFL doesn't do it. It's called money.
Yeah.
They want to make the most money possible by having the most games. But we have seen this happen, right? Where the NFL, you find out last week of the season, oh, yeah, this team, if certain results go a certain way, they don't need this game anymore. And that changes based on a game at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And that's too bad. I think that's something that they should also stagger, but they never will because they don't want to give up all the extra cash.
Hey, the Super Bowl is coming up soon, Bone. Certain Super Bowl commercial slots are selling for $8 million for 30 seconds of airtime. Last year, it was a paltry $7 million per 30 seconds. So
I could be wrong. Obviously, I am wrong because it sounds like they're still selling them. I thought we had heard a while ago that they already sold out of.
No, they did.
Okay,
they did.
Okay,
yes.
So they all went for like $8 million or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, I I wonder what we're going to see on some of these commercials now because, like,
I know what we're going to see.
What are we going to see?
Everybody wants to make some sort of statement, be memorable. They release all these commercials in advance, too, which I think ruins it for people who actually like to watch the commercials. Just today, they did a Harry Met Sally commercial.
Oh, okay.
In Katz's Deli, where she's making the moaning and the panting sounds.
Right.
Well, Billy Crystal's back. So is Meg Ryan and her latest face.
Okay.
She's there, too. And she's eating Hellman's mayonnaise on her sandwich.
I see.
And she's having an orgasmy type of moment at the same table in Katz, right?
Right.
And then Sydney Sweeney is there and says, "I'll have what she's having."
Oh, that's the little twist at the end because it was like an old lady in the other one. I just saw it. Right.
There's no surprise. I saw it. The only surprise is, will Meg Ryan's face move at all during the commercial? And the answer is no, it will not.
No, and I guess like a brand like Hellman's, that is a big enough brand that it's like, oh, okay, you're coming in with a Super Bowl commercial. Good for you. They're trying to get some play early on. But every year there's like 4 or 5 of these commercials where you're like, you look at it and go, who? Like what? I've never even heard of this company. And then they sell something that's so, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. It's just so back end, not a thing most people need. It's like
the freight train company.
Right.
It's like for all your freight train needs.
Who's using this?
Next time I'm in the mood for a box car, I'll call you.
There is an old bit on SNL that Phil Hartman did. I think it was like him and Rob Schneider. And it's a commercial where he's talking about some pipe fitting for a very specific thing for an industry. But the commercial is, hey, do you have a modulator on your H3 7-vac Q pipe that just won't flangulate? Well, that's why you need. And it's all this technical mumbo jumbo. And I feel like that's where we're getting to with these commercials. You get a few every year where you're just like, who even uses this service? But the answer is, we got $8 million to burn, and we want a 30-second commercial on the Super Bowl, so we're getting it.
I think about that with some of the drug commercials. Like, a lot of the stuff is, hey, pee-pee no worky?
Sure.
That's an issue for tens of millions of people.
You have indigestion. Try
Right.
this. That's everyone. Lots of people have that.
Tens of millions of people would see that maybe and ask their doctor about Pravaxade or whatever it's called.
Right.
But I see some of these commercials sometimes, and they air a lot. And it's like, are you a blind person that doesn't know if it's night or day? Is this a problem? Try this. Is this...
Well, that's
maybe
right.
I'm sure that is a problem. Don't get me wrong.
It's something you never think about.
It doesn't seem like it would be in mass numbers.
I think, at least for me, those commercials are surprising that there's enough of a market that a Super Bowl commercial is in your budget, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Right. Like how I'm sure that is a problem. I'm sure there are thousands of people who have that issue. Also, all of those people probably already have some kind of treatment plan. They probably aren't necessarily looking to switch. How is it that you have the money for a Super Bowl commercial? Why not make this medicine cheaper? How about you do that? How about you tell them like, hey, this stuff's free now, or it's way cheaper if you do it? I don't know. I'm curious with you on that. Some of these problems too, where it's like, have you experienced a moment where you thought that you were going to get a job, but then you didn't, but then a person didn't get the job, and then now you get the job and you need to move, but you need to move tomorrow, and you have a sublease, and you can't tell the subleaser that they have to get out of the lease, and you don't know what to do? Well, call our service. And you're like, this sounds like one person has this problem.
I think about that, too, with some of the daytime commercials where it's like, did you win the lottery? Do you want your money now?
Right.
They won't give it to you.
We have the TVs on here all the time, and they're always on. There's at least one TV on, like a judge show, a Judge Judy, a judge whatever, the daytime shows.
877 cash now.
Right. You know the jingle for someone talking about, do you have a cash settlement from a car accident and you want your annuity to come now as opposed to later?
Did a Lincoln Town car owned by a famous NBA player run over your foot and you got to cash out because of it, and they won't give you your money?
What was the commercial that used to run? I don't know if we ever aired them, but I know they aired on like Sirius XM and some of the podcasts out there where it was it was like a life insurance thing, and it was
Big
like
Lou?
Yeah, where it's like, is your second wife jealous of the fact, or is your third wife jealous of the fact that your second wife's insurance policy was bigger than hers, and you're still paying on the first wife's insurance policy? And it's like, no, none of this applies. I don't know what you're talking about. And then at the end, it would say, if so, call Big Lou.
Maybe they're getting return on the investment, Bone. They must. We're the idiots here.
That is what my point is. I don't understand how the world works, because I will see a commercial for hydroplastic flanges that will be on the Super Bowl, and I go, I didn't even know it was a thing. And there's some guy who's living in Cabo who's like, yeah, I was in plastic flanges for a while. Got out of that, sold it, made $1 billion. Like
that's yesterday's news.
Yeah, we don't even know it exists, and someone's already cashed in on it.
$8 million for 30 seconds.
I know there's a guy, I think there's like a family here locally where they like made all their money off of the pallets. You know, when you go to if you've ever seen a warehouse and they have pallets of stuff and they wrap it in plastic.
They live right off 315. They've got fantastic car collection, all of it.
The family that designed the system that pallet wraps it with cellophane, that's their business, and they've made like millions and millions of dollars. Some I never even thought about. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how the world works enough to make money in it other than by doing this dumb show. That's all I know how to do.
You and I are stupid.
We are.
ESPN predicts that Jim Knowles will have another title next season. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's blocking the right lane if you're on northbound 71 on the north side after 670. And you're going to run into a 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and Ebright Road. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now's a great time to save on fresh Heritage Farm boneless chicken breasts. They're on sale for just $2.49 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you bring Pella Columbus to your home, you get local, personal attention from an award-winning window and door crew.
Yep. Our crew is full of award winners, too.
Well, that's great, Wilson.
Yeah. Jerry alone has won the hot dog eating competition 2 years straight at the company picnic.
Well, that's not really the type of award I was talking about.
Still counts as an award.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day. At Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
Let's get it started.
Lindsay Honda starts this year off by giving you cash for your clunker. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. It's Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Austin Ward here, and if you thought my Awaken 180 results were an anomaly, no.
Beam has dropped 37 pounds in his first 7 weeks. The guy has tied my week 7 numbers. The point is, the results are consistent, the results are real, and they're for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. Reliable streams of income are crucial for retirees, and Social Security and pensions aren't enough. We can help. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Wednesday. It is Wild Card Wednesday. Maybe you're new to the show. You don't know what that means. It means you can ask us all the dumb stuff, and we'll answer it. We'll do that pretty much every day, but we condense it. It's from concentrate.
Well,
on Wednesdays.
Yeah, like the rest of the week, if you picture that being a nice pack, like a nice can of beer of stupid. Today is a distilled whiskey of stupid. It's a higher concentration of the alcohol, to your point.
We're going to drink just as much.
Either way,
but
of course.
We'll just get stupid. Bone, what do you got?
Gonzalez says, my guys, when you buy new shoes, do you buy the same pair or are you a new shoe altogether every time person? I only buy the same shoes over and over and over.
This is a pet peeve of mine. I buy the same shoe over and over. However, what like Nike will do, like there's a certain Nike shoe that I like. It's a wide shoe. It's a running shoe. And I'm not running, but it's comfortable. All right?
Sure.
What they'll do is that this was too good. Let's discontinue this model and we'll screw around with it and we'll give you a brand new model in different colors. I don't want that. Right. I buy like 9 pairs of shoes. If I find a good pair of shoe, I'll buy 9 pair at once.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't know if I buy 9, but yeah.
Well, I'm a psycho.
No, I have done that where I have found a pair of shoes and then I wear them for a few weeks. They feel awesome and I'll go order a couple more pair of the same thing before they run out of my size. And then I'll have them for like a few years. I'll have this same shoe. But then once that ends, I then find it's problematic because I'll go back to look for the shoe and
it's
whatever
gone.
I bought for a while there. I was buying, and I still do buy them, like the running shoes that I just find them to be more comfortable. They have a lot of cushion.
I don't run, but they're comfortable shoes.
Right. But like there was a brand of Sauconys that I enjoyed and they were very good. And then the next year they're like, well, we've updated the model. And I'm like, okay. And then I didn't get any shoes that year because I had a couple pair and they were still
Didn't
working.
fit the same, did it?
No, but when I eventually got to like 2 years on, they had changed them again. And I went to try them on. I'm like, these don't even feel like the same shoe now. And so I had to go. So it's like I would buy the same shoes if you just. That's why I guess, you know what, if you like Jordans, right? Like if you get a Jordan 1, like a low Jordan 1, and if those are comfortable for you and you like wearing them, they've made that same shoe pretty much the same way for the last, I don't know,
they're not wide enough
years.
for me.
No, I get it. But you have to find one that's a classic. Like Adidas has those, I don't know what you call them, like the
classic
Tempos
Adidas.
or something.
Soccer shoes.
Yeah, like soccer shoes with the little floppy tongue. They make those, I think, pretty much the same every year.
Floppy tongue.
I figured she'd like that. Yeah, I'm just saying that's the queen, by the way, Adidas. You know what they say that stands for?
No.
All day I dream about sex. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. That's what Korn called their song Adidas. That's why they did that.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
you learn something new every single day.
That's for the queen right there. That's all she's thinking.
Here's what I've decided to. We got a bunch of people in society with too much time on their hands. The people who design and update shoes and every IT person ever in any office. This is an update for this. It's going to work great. It never works as good as the previous thing that we had.
Well, right. I feel like a lot of times they're trying to update sometimes for viruses or whatever, but a lot of it's just the software companies. They put stuff out that you're like, it's our new version. It's like, do we need this or do you just want us to buy stuff? Because everything I had was working great.
Can I tell you something? We got a new way here to record our commercials. All right, like me and you, like, hey, come on down, PP no worky. We record those in a studio. So the way it worked before was there was an actual guy. His name is Bob.
Yeah.
He'd be in the studio. We'd come in with our scripts, and we'd read them, and then Bob would record us, and we'd be on our merry way.
Right.
And then it was Bob's responsibility to make it sound pretty and cut it so it fits 30 seconds or 15 seconds or 60, whatever the length of the commercial is. And you and I have stopped thinking about the commercial. We're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
We're on to talking about Lake Titicaca back there in the cubicles.
That's right.
All right, but now...
Don't judge how we prep. This is how we get to the show.
Bob still exists, but Bob works most of the time from home.
Yeah.
So what we started to do then was we still went into the studio, but we were tasked with recording it, making it sound pretty, and then sending it to Bob. And then he would take care of the rest. So one extra step on our part.
It should be noted as well, logging into all these systems to record it takes like 15 minutes by the time you get the login and the text, and because the computer's like, oh, you? Well, we think you might be a criminal. It's like, no, I work here. I entered my work email address. So even just that one extra step, it adds a bit of time to it. It's a bit of a hassle, but you're right. We can deal with it.
Well, but now there's a special software program that they've installed where it's just more layers, where you get a formal request. Do you accept this spot? Would you like to read the script? You have to input it into this special system. It's no longer as easy as, I'll pop in there and record with Bob. Now, I'm sure that the layers, we've paid much more for this software.
For this. Yes, you're right.
We've paid much more to make our lives more complicated.
Mm-hmm. But now there's a paper trail to show who exactly was the idiot who didn't do the thing. I guess is that why they did this? I have no idea. What I also know is that system. I now get a lot of messages from it where it's like people who are handling all of getting it scheduled and making sure it's on the right thing and making sure it's going where it's supposed to. I'm getting messages from that where it's like, did you put it in here? And then another email says like, reply to the previous thread. And then it's like, yes, I did. And it's like, another email, reply to the previous. Okay, thank you. And it's like, and I'm scrolling through like, is there a script on here that I need to read? I don't know. I guess not. It doesn't look like it.
Jim Knowles going to Penn State. I saw this. ESPN has predicted the 12-team playoff field for 2025. Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm so ready.
Because if this comes true, we're all going to drink bleach.
So ready to hear whatever you're going to say.
They have Penn State winning the national championship.
All right, you're right. I was not ready for that.
No, you're not ready for this, too. They have Ohio State as a 9 seed and Michigan as an 8 seed, and they're facing off in the first round, and we lose. The only thing worse than Ryan Day losing to Michigan once is twice in the same year.
Let me tell you.
Not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Not going to happen.
Okay, but I hope everybody understands that if that does happen, then the national championship was great, but now we're all going to be mad again. I'm just telling you how that's going to work.
Not going to happen. Be quiet.
And I don't think so. Listen, Ohio State
Pumpkin Ryan Day. Is it going to happen? No.
All right.
See,
good. I hope everybody's right. Look, the reality is coming into this year, I do understand if the national media does have a little bit of, we don't believe in the Buckeyes, which is great for this team because what does every team want in college football? And in pro sports, it feels like now everyone has to have a nobody believed in us storyline. But there will be some of that with Ohio State next year because whoever's playing quarterback isn't the guy who was here last year. Will Howard's gone. So it's either Julian Sayin or someone else, right? And then you're going to have a lot of guys in this team who left. Your entire backfield is going to be guys who didn't start last year. You're going to have some work to do on the defensive and offensive line. You are obviously going to have to replace some wide receiver talent. Emeka Egbuka has his name all over the Ohio State record books. So, I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys that you are missing off this roster. You have a lot of talent coming through. That's the job. Next man up. But I can understand if the national media doesn't have them immediately number one. There's probably reason for that, given the amount of talent that's leaving the building. I hope everybody here proves them wrong.
Okay, I like to play ping pong out here with Timmy. I'm a pretty good ping pong player.
Yeah.
As long as nobody's watching me. I'm playing with Timmy. We have good-spirited matches. But let's say Tyvis sits down. Tyvis Powell sits down, watches ping pong. I can feel his eyes on me, and I can't play. Sure. I'm not any good. And he laughs because he thinks he's cursing me. It's not just him. It's anybody. If you sit down and you watch me, I can feel you staring at me. I'm not going to play well.
Okay.
That's James Franklin's entire life. Is Tyvis watching him play ping pong. And yet we have this here where it's like, they just go right through. Why? Because their dumb, bad quarterback who wasn't good enough this year is going to come back for next year.
No, don't mistake what I was saying there as, Ohio State may not win, and Penn State definitely will win. No way. I don't believe in Penn State at all. I don't care if they get Jim Knowles. I don't care if they get Canute Rockne, as I now hear him being called. Right. Like, I don't care who they get. Penn State is not doing it. Okay, I'm not worried about that. I could understand the Buckeyes maybe not being the number one team to start off next year in the preseason rankings.
Fine.
That's literally all I'm telling you. But by the end of the season, I would put my money on them to be there at the end. Absolutely.
Ryan Day will see a familiar face when the season opens against Texas. Details coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Be aware of an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 downtown before 4th Street. That's causing stop-and-go traffic from the 71 East split. And you're going to hit a couple-minute delay on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. The best time of the year for football is finally here. The big game has arrived, and fans are excited to see you'll be hoisting the trophy in New Orleans. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Check out their big game giveaway promo for your chance at $1 million in prizes. 25 winners will walk away with $10K in cash. 7,500 winners will get $100 in bonus bets. No deposit or bet required. Opt in today in the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Guys, it's D. Miller. It's a new year and time to keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan, like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The New Year's celebration is come and gone, but my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin are still offering those great deals. Rich is sticking with rates starting as low as 0% and leases starting from only $249 a month. Test drive the Prologue, the new all-electric SUV from Honda. And how about the very popular CR-V LX all-wheel drive? A 25 lease is only $349 a month for 36 months with $19.99 down. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with college football as we have some news on the coaching carousel. After meeting in the national championship game just last Monday, both Notre Dame and Ohio State have been searching for their next defensive coordinator. We now have one of those positions filled as the Fighting Irish are set to hire Chris Ash as their new DC. Ash spent a couple of seasons here in Columbus as part of Ohio State's defensive staff under Urban Meyer in 2014 and 2015. The Buckeyes' search for their next defensive coordinator continues. In the NBA tonight, the Cavaliers are on the road as they face the Miami Heat in South Beach. Tip-off is at 7:30. Cleveland continues to pace the top of the Eastern Conference as they own the best record at 37-9. Miami is currently in 6th place in the East. They are 23-22 this season. And in hockey, the Blue Jackets will be back on the ice tomorrow night. That's when the CBJ will begin a 4-game road trip in Vegas against the Golden Knights. Face-off is at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than Common Man T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Give me a number, Boner.
Let's go with 5.
Caller number 5 right now, 614-821-9710. Gets a pair of tickets to see Nate Bargatze.
Look at that.
He's added a second show in Columbus. It's the Nate Bargatze Big Dumb Eyes Tour, August 24th at Nationwide Arena. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com.
And you know how many bands we have heard of in the last few years where it's like they had a reunion tour planned or they're going out on tour and then they quickly announce, oh, all those theaters we thought we could sell out, they're not selling, and they canceled the tour. Like, that's happened to dozens of bands over the last few years. This is a comedian who, not just in Columbus, I saw in Orlando they did this and a couple other cities that he's going to. And all the places they said they were adding, not one show, but another show after that, were all NBA arenas that he's going to.
God bless.
Someone is printing money. Let him live.
What's like his big bit?
I don't know that
Does he have a big bit?
Trying to I mean, he has. I'm trying to think if he has like a big bit I could point to. He's a lot like Jim Gaffigan. But again, Gaffigan had Hot Pockets. I guess that's fair. He did have the Hot Pockets bit.
Is he clean like
yeah,
Gaffigan?
Very clean. And gets a lot of, I mean, I think he pulls from a lot of different groups.
He
gets
a lot of
people
dad
to go.
jokes.
No, I mean, like, he's legit funny. He is. There's a reason why he's so popular.
No, I'm sure he is.
But
he's also rich.
No, he's. I'm telling you, that dude is printing money right now.
We should have him do an NIL fundraiser for the Buckeyes.
See, now what if we took one of those nights and said, hey, by the way, we're gonna co-opt this as a fundraiser for the Buckeyes. I think he's from the South. I think he's from like Nashville, maybe. So he's probably not a big Buckeye fan.
No.
Going out on a limb.
All right.
Also, the Man and Bone archive account is back, baby. It tweeted out today. We just found out about this account today. It's Panama Ted Burner on Twitter if you want to find it. Today in Man and Bone history, 2021, the Fan debuts attempt number 3 at an app. I think that one's stuck.
It did?
Yeah, it's there. Man isn't excited for Coming to America 2.
Still not.
And apparently I exposed you to the Robinhood app, Stonks, and the meme that almost took down the financial system.
What is Stonks?
That's just another word for stocks.
Oh.
I didn't expose you to stocks. I exposed you to the, like, Stonks meme that was all. This was when the GameStop thing happened and everybody was going crazy. That was still height of pandemic. I think we were still, at least I was still at home. Maybe you were here. But yeah, that's what we were doing on this day in 2021.
I love the dedication.
I can't believe it's awesome that someone's doing this, but we can't remember what we did 2 weeks ago. You know? Also, apparently, one of the other things we did on this day last year, 2024, we said that Paul Keels' hobby is just hot tub.
No, we didn't say that.
He said that?
I remember this now because we have those little screens, those inter-office screens, like here's a photo of this employee, here's the year that they started, and here's their favorite activities. But it's filled out by the employee.
Yeah.
And there's a little section that says hobbies, and all Paul Keels put down was hot tub. That's all he put down.
Hey, you know what? The man likes what he likes.
I know that, but I'm just saying we didn't say it. He said it.
What my hobbies would be? It would just be it'd be like, bird watching and vinyl records and soccer and craft beer and bird. It's like I got 900 hobbies. I never do any of them. He is like hot tub.
Hot tub.
And he probably hits that at least 4 times a week.
That's not to say he doesn't do other things in the hot tub, but he's always in the hot tub.
Also, apparently this time last year, we were talking about someone who was named Jonathan Smith attempting to steal chicken and then shooting a store employee in the leg. And you were intrigued by Ben & Jerry's flavors using chips as ice cream toppings. So this is, again, I admire the dedication. Go follow this account because apparently they're tweeting stuff out about the show.
Ryan Day will see a familiar face when the season opens against Texas because former OSU defensive lineman Hero Canoe, not Hero Canute Rockney, is transferring to Texas.
Oh, there you go. Game 1.
He'll play right away and he'll be there, so let him live.
That's nice. I mean, you hate to see him go, but he wasn't going to have a big role here. He wanted to go do something there. That's
fine.
He's
dead to me now.
That's good. I guess so.
Can I bring something up, please?
Sure.
This is something that I don't understand, and maybe those of you out there, like, the fact that it's January 29th, and we still have Christmas lights on, you can just unplug them. You don't have to take them off the trees. I know it's cold. Just unplug it. But I was at the kids' school on Friday and got a call from the teacher. Samantha had some sort of rash. She needed like an anti-itch cream. So I go to Walgreens, I pick up the cream and the clear from Barry Bonds, and I bring it to the elementary school. And I go in and I put the cream on her and stuff like that. They have like the 2 sets of doors to go in. I don't know what we call that, atrium, lobby.
Yeah, there's
whatever. They
sure.
keep it closed for all the crazy gunmen not to come in, as you should.
Right, as you should.
Then you have to buzz yourself in. But there's a little spot after the first set of doors that just says food delivery. And I asked someone, I said, what is that? What is food delivery? Oh, that's for the kids that get DoorDash for lunch.
Wow.
Second graders are getting DoorDash for lunch. Their parents are getting DoorDash for them. First of all, this school is a full cafeteria. You can just buy lunch right there. Or bring your lunch from home.
Jeez.
Put an Uncrustable in the lunchbox. But no, we have to have special restaurant delivery for second grade lunch, apparently.
Yeah, I would love to know. You could tweet us at manandbone971 if you are someone who has done that. I'm just curious I don't know how that works. Like, is it the school lunches, your kid doesn't like the school lunches, or you're just, I don't know. Like that.
I don't care if they like it or not.
Well, right. At some point, it's like, that's what you have. Like, they have stuff there. They always have, like, juice boxes and, I don't know.
They serve crap.
They got...
I mean, when I say crap, I mean
like
stuff that kids like to eat.
Yeah, they have mac and cheese.
Mom, I don't like duck au l'orange.
Right.
Okay, I'll DoorDash you some Canes, honey.
Oh, schnitzel again? All right, I guess we'll have to find something else. By the way, schnitzel, good. What's wrong with that?
What's not to like about that?
I don't know. It's great.
Here's the difference, though, is that kids get cell phones at a younger age now. So this never would have happened previously to this generation. They have the app on their phone, and they have their parents' credit card attached to it.
Well, just
do we think that's what it is? The kids are just like, oh yeah, give me some. They're just ordering out, and the parents are like, oh whatever, I don't even care. Yeah, order $20 of food every day for lunch.
Well, that's on them to check their credit card statements.
You're right. I just don't understand the logic. I would think after a couple days, not enough that they would be at the school where they would say, oh yeah, this is the DoorDash area because it's so frequent. We just need it to end.
I know that most of this is on the parents. I understand that. However, if you show up at the school, like, hey, I'm ready for my day, but you have no pants on, the school's going to send you home.
Right.
They're going to say, I'm sorry, we don't do that here at this school. We wear pants.
Yes.
Like if DoorDash for Toodles McGee in second grade, I would assume the school would also be like, hey, you know what? We don't do that here. Thanks.
Right.
I know one of our kids ordered 19 Domino's pizzas.
It's a neighborhood joint.
Domino's. But we, the school, cannot accept that.
Yeah, that you're right. Because in the school, couldn't they? I mean, again, I understand they don't want to probably fight with the parents. They probably did that at first. And then the parents are like, how dare you not let my kid have their $20 bowl of pho from wherever they wanted it.
I need pho. Give me pho.
You got to get your pho. It's pho time. Time for pho. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Ordered this from 61 Pho.
I tried the egg rolls here in the cafeteria, and I believe that you are participating in cultural misinterpretation. Is it appropriation? Appropriation.
Yeah. Misappropriation.
So I've gotten some spring rolls from my favorite Thai place.
Right, I guess. I don't know, man. You're right. I would think the school, maybe, again, I'm trying to figure out what this could be. Is it allergies? But again,
get the hell out of here with the allergies.
Don't the schools? I don't think the schools are like, oh, good, it's peanut brittle day at the school. Like they
no, they don't even sell that. They sell sun butter.
Right? They know that, like, oh, we can't serve peanuts in this school. There's kids with peanut allergies.
First of all, I wish there was peanut brittle day.
Right, but I get it. I understand. Those are real concerns. I thought the schools, like, if you try to bring in a gelatinous snack. You know what I'm talking, like a little like snack pack of the little chewy gummy things, right? And it has Red 5 in it. It's like a Red 5 alarm. Like, we're not letting that in here. There's so many restrictions on what you can bring into schools, and that's good. How in the world is a DoorDash order just like, oh, yeah, bring it on in? Peanut chicken, you said? Yeah, who cares if this kid gets like his peanut allergies? I would think that's a worse thing now that I'm actually thinking it through.
I actually feel bad for like the office staff, too. These poor ladies, that are dealing with snot-nosed kids all day long.
Getting complaints from parents, I'm sure, all that stuff.
They're the ones that have to go to the door and pick up this order.
Oh,
then they have to get on the PA and be like, Toby, your Crunchwrap Supreme is here.
It's probably got to be a little frustrating, too, when you see like a second grader's getting some food and you're like, I'm not swinging that on this paycheck. I don't know where this kid's getting his food from. Thanks, Mom and Dad, but can you slide some of that over here to us?
Take a little in for yourself?
Oh, I would.
If you're working the office and you see that there's a couple things in there, maybe just take a tender for yourself.
Hey, kids, we're going to learn about the government.
We're
It's
going to learn
called
about taxes.
This is called the I had to sit in the office and deliver you your food tax. I took 10%.
Did you eat one of my canes? You're damn right
Absolutely
I did. What are you going to do about it?
That's right. Enjoy your 2-finger. It's not a 3-finger anymore.
Two finger.
Yeah, I took one.
I don't like that.
Well, 3 fingers.
I don't like the term finger.
That's what they're chicken fingers.
Chicken tender I can handle. Chicken strip
don't they
I can handle.
Isn't it like a 3-finger? Isn't that Cole? You go to the Canes. It's a 3-finger combo, right?
I don't know. I just got a Caniac.
That's
what?
All
there is to it.
Good man.
That's an excellent answer.
Excellent
What's
answer.
that run you? About $19 now for a
Probably
Caniac?
nowadays. And you bet I'm getting rid of that coleslaw and getting that second Texas slice.
Absolutely right.
I'm in.
All right, more Wild Card Wednesday fun coming up next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into a slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 2 center lanes on northbound 71 on the south side at Green Lawn Avenue, and expect a couple-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to 33. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. You can make your AEP Ohio electric bill more predictable with AMP, average monthly payments. You'll know about what you'll pay every month. Sign up today at aepohio.com/AMP. That's aepohio.com/AMP. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, look what I invented.
Jerry, you're wearing a cape.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What is it that you promise our customers, Aaron?
We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Do you know who does that, Aaron?
We do?
Superheroes do that, Aaron. Superheroes!
I'm guessing you make capes for everyone?
That's right. Every plumber, electrician, and HVAC technician. But I'm not done, Aaron. I'm not done.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Now I'm inventing jetpacks so we can fly to the rescue like proper superheroes. Now say your line again.
We come through for you when you need us to?
No, say it like this. We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Jerry.
Yeah, Aaron?
How about we put those capes in the closet until you get the jetpacks perfected?
We'll look right when we take flight.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Get ready for the big game and stock up on home team favorites like buy 5, save $5 deals at Meijer. Mix or match hundreds of items like assorted varieties of DiGiorno frozen pizza, 24 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable, and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue or marinade sauce. Buy 5, save 5 this week at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Hey there, Beamer here. Big news for Columbus. We all love new, right? A new house, a new car, a new phone, a new dog, a new puppy, whatever. And of course, a new store. There's a brand new AT&T store on Georgesville Road. That means you just got even more of what we need to stay connected. A new store in the 614 means now that we have even more ways to bring us together. So whether you need a new device, a new charger, or the very best deals on every smartphone, AT&T has got you covered. Because bringing people together is what AT&T does. When you're meeting the family for a barbecue or analyzing the next game with your friends who know better than the coach, or getting together for a hockey game, you can come join me, Brandon Beam, and 97.1 The Fan on Saturday from noon to 2 at 1605 Georgesville Square Drive, and walk away feeling connected in more ways than ever before. Because AT&T knows connecting changes everything. Visit your local store for more information. Offers vary by device. Restrictions may apply.
Let's get it started. Lindsay Honda starts this year off by giving you cash for your clunker. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. It's Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now. The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Jake Diebler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Penn State.
Live fan coverage starts Thursday at 5:30, right after Common Man and T-Bone.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me. Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, a little breezy out there, but we'll take it mild on this Wednesday, mid-40s. Overnight down to the mid-20s with clear skies and light winds. Increasing clouds, but dry during the day. On Thursday, light winds out of the south and highs again in the mid-40s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Hey, Cole.
Yeah.
You have to pretend to be Teddy right now.
Okay.
This ain't one of them.
No. Oh, I think it is.
No,
No, it's not. No.
As a matter of fact, I got some food DoorDash. Will you please go get it for me?
Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
As long as you got 2 Texas toasts.
There you go. We've had a few people who have chimed in on that because you brought up earlier that at your daughter's school, there is a place inside the school for DoorDash, for food deliveries.
Kids are getting DoorDash for lunch.
Well, and so we had a few people who sent in messages similar to, I can't find the one that I was just looking for, but basically saying, is this just for the staff?
No.
Because if the staff is ordering food, then that makes sense. They could come up and get it.
No. I asked my daughter about this. I said, do your friends get DoorDash or Uber Eats? She said, yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, the kids are getting this stuff.
That is, again, I'm not, by the way, I want to be very clear about what we're saying. Kids should get to be able to eat. Kids need food. I'm glad they're getting fed some way, somehow. What I don't understand is a parent who's like, oh, my kid can't eat the cafeteria food. They have to eat this food from somewhere else. And you're doing that every day? That's got to be like at least a year of college tuition that you're throwing down the drain, right?
I don't know.
You're already getting the food there. They already have it.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, we did a story the other day about a school principal, like an elementary school principal, that was serving wine coolers at her house.
That's true.
For kids.
That's right.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
That was very bizarre, yes. Jonathan says, I'm a teacher, and my school had to tell parents to stop DoorDashing food because the office workers were overrun each day by food deliveries.
Good. Common Man here for office workers in the school. These people do enough.
Yes, they do.
They do enough. They're on puke duty. They're running medicines back and forth to kids, trying to keep track of all these ankle biters. They don't need to be getting your food orders, too.
No, my kids have forgotten something from school or that they were supposed to bring, like an instrument. Both my kids my older 2 are in band. And so I've had to bring a band instrument to school before. And I've seen the process that they go through of like trying to figure out where your kid is, what classroom they're in at this specific time. Oh, they message down to the classroom. Oh, they're not here. They've already left to go to the next class. Imagine doing that for 20 food orders when they're all in the lunchroom and they're not even in a classroom. How do you, that would take you an hour. It makes no sense.
Amazon deliveries are next.
That's good. I forgot my pencil. I got an Amazon instant order to come in 2 hours.
I forgot my mittens today, so I just got
right.
I got the instant Amazon delivery.
I don't understand that at all. This is crazy. Wes says, have either of you guys had the DiGiorno croissant crust pizza? I'm all for trying any frozen pizza, but do you think that would make for a good pizza crust?
I have not had it. I'm not the biggest DiGiorno fan in the world. If I'm going like rising crust pizza, I've always been a freschetta guy.
Okay.
I enjoy the flavor of their crust a little bit more. I did try, I think maybe it was DiGiorno at one time, did like a garlic bread type of crust.
I know what you're talking. I feel like maybe
was it Tombstone?
Tombstone did one. I know. I don't know if that's the one you had, but I know they had something too.
I tried that, and I actually could not detect any real garlic bread flavor.
No, I felt like the crust was different, but it didn't. I didn't notice anything where I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely feels like I'm eating garlic bread.
I mean, sometimes I feel like this is just marketing crap. And is it really a croissant? Do they have layers? Is it buttery? If so, how can that be bad? But I'm leery that's what it actually tastes like.
Yeah, it feels like food science gone, like running amok. And it closely resembles a croissant, but yeah, probably not. But I haven't had it either, to be fair. I'll give it a shot. Hubert says, he says, my guys, are there any sports conspiracy theories that you think are actually true? For instance, I believe that Veterans Field turf, I'm sure he means Veterans Field turf. Yeah, there we go. The turf of Veterans Field, where Philly used to play the Eagles.
Yeah.
That he believes that gave people cancer. And he also believes that Kirk Herbstreit burned down the Hunan Lion. I believe that too. I'm going to go and say
maybe he's in charge of the rebuild. That's why it's taken so long.
That's right.
No, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. Just in life, I mean, I definitely think, we don't know what the hell causes cancer.
Well, there was I don't remember this story entirely. I know there was something to do with whatever they used on that field turf. There were like a larger number of players who played in that stadium that had cancer, I believe, like compared to the rest of Major League Baseball and the NFL.
I don't know if that's a conspiracy. I just think that is maybe ignorance or negligence.
No, I don't think anybody was trying to give people cancer, to your point.
That's what I mean.
But if there was like, say some info came back on that and there was a cover-up, and then that could be a conspiracy. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
That's fine. But I think stuff like that unfortunately happens in workplaces. Like I remember reading Michael J. Fox's book, and he has Parkinson's, and he's had Parkinson's for many years. He was diagnosed as a young man with Parkinson's. And there are different ways that you can get Parkinson's. You can get it from your genes, hereditary, but people believe there's also outside factors that come into play. They just don't necessarily know what those factors are. And he was saying, like anecdotally, one movie that he worked on, 60% of the people got Parkinson's disease.
Oh, wow.
Now, they can't tie it to any particular thing.
But yeah,
right? Maybe it's a coincidence.
Sure, could be.
Could be, but they couldn't narrow it down and say, yes, and you all got Parkinson's because of this. Maybe there is an increased cancer rate of dudes who played in the 80s and 70s at Veterans Stadium. Or it could be the fact that you all had, like, dip in your mouth.
Well, right.
I'm just saying there's other things that come into play.
Yeah, that's fair. I will tell you one. This is like a very low stakes conspiracy theory. It's not even a conspiracy theory. It's just I don't believe people when they argue the opposite of this. And that is that people say sports journalists, people who cover games, people who call games on TV or the radio, that they don't have a rooting. I'm unbiased. I'm just a reporter. I'm objective. I believe you're attempting very hard to be objective. And I do think a lot of people do a good job of being objective in most situations, but you can't tell me that a reporter, if a game, let's say it's the Super Bowl this weekend, and the Chiefs race out to a 14-0 lead. You tell me all the people covering that game, all the people who are, writing about it, talking about it, you tell me they're not a little bit going to be pulling and saying, man, I hope the Eagles get a touchdown here to keep this close they like in the game, they definitely are rooting for little things to keep it interesting, if nothing else, for them. Not like it's some grand conspiracy. They hate your team. They want everything to go the wrong way. I just think subconsciously, a lot of humans just want to see a good football game or a close game or whatever. Stuff like they want to see the home team win.
There's no such thing as unbiased. It does not exist.
Yeah.
You know, people who make documentary films, they're like, I just wanted to tell the story. I didn't have an opinion either way. BS. No, of course you do.
You almost have to.
Now,
Like,
you can convince
have to go
yourself
to it with some kind of angle.
Well,
right.
what I'm saying is you can convince yourself that didn't come off on the screen, how you actually feel. But how do you make that decision? Right? Everybody has thoughts. Look, who's the idiot that is friends with John Calipari and he's fighting with Kentucky sports radio guy?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
One of the longtime college basketball writers. Anyway.
I forget who it is. But
Who's the Kentucky sports radio guy? Is it Matt Jones?
Matt Jones sounds right.
Matt Jones.
Kentucky Sport KSR, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Matt Jones, you know, he's got things to say about John Calipari. Why? Because
he left.
Coach Cal left Kentucky, and now he's coaching for another school in the same conference, and they're struggling.
Yeah.
So he's ripping him accordingly.
Seth Greenberg. Has the
right. So he's saying that Greenberg is giving him all this shade. And giving Kentucky fans all this shade.
I was ready, Bone. I heard it too.
Shade.
Gotcha. Okay,
that
I'm with you.
SH lasted a long time.
I am a professional here. I know what I'm doing.
Go ahead. Yes.
All right, giving him all this shade about how could you do this to Coach Cal, and he's friends with me, and he was friends with you. And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, but you can also point out that, like, yeah, we were close, and then he did something that now made us go, well, that sucks.
But can I tell you something, though? If you're a journalist, and that's what Seth Greenberg pretends to be, you shouldn't be talking about these guys like they're your friends.
No.
These are the people you write about. All right, I made a decision a long time ago what type of radio host I was going to be. Was I going to be the type of guy who goes and plays golf with a lot of the guys that I talk about on the air, or I'm supposed to talk about on the air? I decided not to.
Right.
Look, I'd love to have more personal relationships. I'd love, for Rick Nash to come over for a barbecue. But I decided a long time ago that wasn't going to happen because I have a job to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's that's what you choose to do when you get in this. And by the way, you and I still have our biases, and even when
of course we do.
I
but
try
we don't
to
pretend
look at things,
otherwise.
No, and I try to look at things objectively, but I will tell you flat out, if I'm talking about something where I have to be somewhat objective, I will try to lay it out there just so you know this is how I feel about this subject. Now I'm trying to put that aside and tell you what we found out, but here it is. Like I'm not going to go into it pretending like I have no bias in this thing.
Fat Boy Food Champ. Coming up next, 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident on northbound 71's on-ramp from 670 on the north side. That's causing some delay. Emergency crews are on scene. And you're going to hit a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from James Road to 270. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with savings with new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items like pineapples, avocados, navel oranges, and lettuce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Get ready to make the big game even bigger at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. With 2 massive jumbotrons, over 50 feet of screen, and more than 30 TVs, you won't miss a single play, touchdown, or highlight. Fuel your game with mouthwatering food and bucket specials. Plus, warm up with our pregame cornhole toss for your chance to win big before kickoff. Reserve your table now for the best seat in the house. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Hey, it's Droopy Sack here. It's also Wild Card Wednesday. Please do X us or tweet us at manandbone971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Let's get back to what this show is really rooted in, and that is food conversation. Fat Boy Food Chat.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Popeye is one of my favorite places. Despite always getting my order wrong, I keep going back because it's delicious. They are teasing a collaboration with Don Julio Tequila by posting a tease. What?
I said, okay. I was just agreeing with you.
By posting a teaser video on its Gram account featuring a DJ playing Latin music, Don Julio Tequila bottles, black boxes with both brand names printed on them, and the caption, "The kitchen is heating up for the big game. Party starts 1:31:25. All right. Okay. So I guess we'll figure it out on the 31st. So 2 more days.
I'm guessing we're not going to Popeyes and they're just like, yeah, give me 2 shots of tequila. And then they're like, all right, pull around. You know, like that's that's
sure
serving only in the restaurant if they're doing that.
But this article was talking about how some users were excited about the partnership, but others were not. Here's a comment from the Instagram post. The collab you didn't realize we needed. My 2 favorite things. That was a good comment.
Okay.
Here was a not so good comment. This definitely has a racist vibe to it. There's that.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay.
And this feels like a microaggression. Who approved this mess? May I ask, what is a microaggression?
I mean, in general, I think microaggressions are like if someone was being rude to you often, but in very small ways, and it over time piles up. But I don't know that.
What does that have to do with?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
A chicken joint partnering with tequila.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Anyway, so if you're excited about either tequila or the flavorings that go with tequila and fried chicken, it's coming to a Popeyes near you.
I could
be 2 days.
Into that. Okay. I see this from the Snackalator guy. Let him live.
Always a solid choice.
Yeah. He has posted about the Twix people rolling out a Snickerdoodle flavored Twix. This is a rumored thing. He's got an image of it. Now, I can appreciate that inside the Twix, it will taste like a Snickerdoodle, and I know they can do a lot with the flavorings to make your mouth think you're eating a Snickerdoodle even when you're not, but I love Snickerdoodles. They're great.
I feel a butt coming.
One thing I've never really gotten from a Snickerdoodle is enrobed in chocolate.
Correct.
Like that may be I'm just saying, it's a good idea. I know the cookie part of a Twix is a big part of that, but there's chocolate all over it.
Can we talk about what a Snickerdoodle is? You like cinnamon.
Yeah.
All right, it's a cinnamon cookie.
Yeah, it's cinnamon. Well, it's cinnamon sugar.
Yeah,
it's a sugar cookie, essentially, with some cinnamon on it, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it. I don't dislike that. So I guess this will be like a cinnamon-flavored kind of interior to the... I'm just saying the flavor of chocolate on a Snickerdoodle, while I'm sure that's delicious, that's just not a Snickerdoodle. Maybe there's a flavor that Twix doesn't need to try to tackle.
Seems unnecessary. I did try the Twix cookie dough.
Yeah.
And I thought it was an abomination.
Yeah, I had
Did
it
not
too.
like it.
It was fine. Like I don't know if it was an abomination. It was just for me. It was like, I'll probably never get this again. I like all their other flavors.
Would you ever choose that over a regular Twix?
No.
But
even like they have the salted caramel that they did. Excellent. The Twix
I
salted
have
caramel.
no complaints.
Yeah, that one's very good.
Like the Snickers had the salty Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm convinced I'm the only one that liked it.
No, well, you told me about it. I tried it, and I said, this is good. And I bought them up until they just disappeared. And I said, what the hell? I want those back. But they didn't. I don't know why. They won't bring them back. Also, remember how we've talked about the dirty soda craze?
The dirty soda.
So this is out in, I believe it started out in Utah. This is a lot of people who go to like the LDS churches. They don't drink coffee. That's forbidden by their religion. I'm sure there's lots of people who don't drink coffee, right? But I know that's part of the LDS church. So what has popped up out in Utah and out west, and now it's kind of
that's right,
made its way across. They have these shops where you can go in, and it's like a barista making coffee, except there's no coffee, but it's pop. And they will put in like creamer and vanilla shots and all kinds of other flavorings to make your like Coke have a bunch of extra flavor in it. And this is the answer to not having a barista, but having the barista style experience, right?
But again, I asked this question the last time. The issue is not the coffee, it's the caffeine in the coffee. So wouldn't the issue be the caffeine in the pop?
Well, I believe there is, again, not versed in the LDS church. If you are, by all means, feel free to correct me. From what I've heard, it has something to do with it being brewed. Like coffee and tea are not allowed. The caffeine is a problem in those, but it's because it's brewed. That has something to do with it. Okay. So you are allowed, I guess, to have some form of like pop in some, I don't know. Anyway, these things have become popular. And this drink has become popular in part because there's been some reality shows where people are depicted drinking these things, and that's made it popular. So did you know that Taco Bells in the area are now offering dirty soda?
Well, all right.
Well, I mean, they're calling it that. It's they call it Dirty Mountain Dew Baja Blast Dream Soda.
What makes it dirty?
They put in a bunch of like creamer and stuff and flavor shots in it. I mean, it comes with like some kind of vanilla cream that's swirled into it. I rolled through the Taco Bell drive-thru last week, and I saw this on the app, and I said, I'm going to try it. And I had it, and it was delicious.
Really?
I mean, it doesn't taste like, there's a Baja Blast flavor to it. It's super sweet. You have to really want to have like a super sweet beverage.
As opposed to the much more muted taste of Baja Blast.
What I'm saying is, if you think Baja Blast is a bit of an extreme on the flavor profile, adding in a bunch of like sweet cream onto that, it's even more sugary.
Wow.
Okay? So I had it. I thought it was good. I don't know that I would go back and get it again because, you know, I don't always, it's just too sweet for me, right? Mm-hmm. I then looked at this was a mistake, but I looked at the nutritional info for this thing.
Don't do that, buddy.
It's like 500 calories
come on.
for this drink. Like, what are we doing? That I don't need.
You're essentially taking like sweetened condensed milk and putting it inside Baja Blast.
Exactly right. So if you've ever wanted to try one of those where they put all this stuff in your pop, but you don't know where to try that, Taco Bell, for a limited time, they are doing this at select locations. I did try to order it again because Melissa wanted to try it, and the Taco Bell we went to this time said, oh, we don't have that. We're out of the stuff to put in there.
I see.
It may vary by location, but you can try that, I guess, if you want to.
By the way, my phone knows what we're talking about.
Why is that?
I just got a text message. You have a new message about your health plan. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop going to these places.
Yeah. No
End
kidding.
of message.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the message. Lastly, I'll tell you, Dunkin' Donuts, they have their Valentine's Day menu out there. They have some donuts that are heart-shaped. They have their brownie batter and Cupid's Choice donuts that are back. They have one of them has a brownie chocolate filling in it. The other one has a nice cream filling in it, big Bavarian cream filling. One thing that people are mad about with Dunkin' is they took away the beloved pink velvet macchiato. I guess that was a big deal the last few years.
Macchiato.
An espresso-based coffee that was just a big part of the Valentine's Day menu. Apparently, they didn't bring that back this year, and people are real mad about that.
Light-hitting second baseman, Pete Macchiato.
Your guy. Who's that supposed to be?
In turn, the hell of a double. Nothing. He was supposed to be nobody.
Okay, I got you. I don't know. Thought maybe
Doesn't it sound like
it
like
does
a
sound
baseball
like
player? Like,
yes,
hey,
it does.
I got a Pete Macchiato card from when he was with the Phillies.
Right. I just thought, I didn't know. I was like, there might be a macchiato I'm not aware of.
Well, there was a Mickey Morandini.
That's right. Mickey Morandini. I remember him.
Who looked like a hillbilly.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Dirt.
Yes, he did.
I love old baseball names.
Oh, there were some good ones back in the day.
But I like like getting together with somebody else who's from the same era and just throwing names out there.
Trying to think of, there's some good names on the Mets, but there's one in particular I'm trying to think of that's escaping me right now.
There was
this is
friend,
real good radio.
There was a friend of mine in high school, and he didn't actually have Tourette's, but he essentially did because he would just throw out old baseball names for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like we'd be sitting in class, and it's quiet, and he would just go, Oil Can Boyd! And I would laugh, and nobody else would laugh, and the teacher would hate it.
Yeah, the name I was trying to think of was Kevin Elster. Remember Kevin Elster?
I do.
See, yeah. Now, I can't do that back and forth. I barely remember, like, teams like the 80s Mets rosters.
That's what I want you to do.
Some of my favorite players. But
wherever you are right now, maybe you're in the car by yourself. It's fun just to say out loud, okay? I want you just to repeat after me. Tony Graffinino.
Good one.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good.
I like that one. Say Benito Santiago.
Benito Santiago.
Cole, you remember Benito Santiago?
Oh, he was roiding up.
Was he the catcher?
Yes, that's right.
Catcher
Good job.
He threw you out from his knees.
That's right. There you go.
How about Armando Benitez?
Oh, I remember Armando
Bones
Benitez.
guy.
That was a Mets guy. Blew a lot of saves in big moments. He was good, but in big moments, not my guy.
How about Carlos Beltran with the bat on his shoulder?
Well, that's not necessarly just a random name.
Every time I hear Adam Wainwright, I just involuntarily shake a little bit with fury.
On campus, all the news and notes you need coming up next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the south side at Green Lawn Avenue. And things are moving slow on eastbound 670 between Cleveland Avenue and 71. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're going to make a resolution to improve your health. But if you're feeling sluggish and low energy, if your sleep patterns are off, if you've been working out and aren't seeing the gains you used to see, making that resolution may not be so easy. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're feeling the way I just described, we can likely help you with that resolution, because those symptoms probably mean you're suffering with low testosterone. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating this condition. With our low T protocols, if you're like most men, the change will astound you. You'll feel more energy and better mental clarity, your sleep will improve, your workouts will be better, and you'll likely find your sex drive goes up as well. So call us today and get treated for your low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And aspiring comedian.
That's fun. What's your best joke?
All right, two windows were hanging out side by side. The first window says, "Sure is a hot day." The other one says, "Ah, a talking window."
That's pretty good, Wilson.
Bet you can't top that one.
Well, at Pella, we don't have the talking windows, but we do have the windows your friends will talk about.
Dang it, that's good.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day. at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Through the magic of modern technology, I'm coming to you from inside your garbage disposal.
Hey, what are you doing down here?
I was telling folks about Who are you?
Garbage disposal monster. I eat the things people put in here. Nom 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 nom.
Oh?
Sometimes I get sick.
I was just about to say, the pros who knows from Apex are brilliant at fixing garbage disposals. You're really a monster?
Look here. These teeth, they're all busted.
Oh.
They're for food, not forks. You hear up there?
Gee, what else?
Crazy noises like clingety, 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 clingety. Call Apex Pros.
Sure.
Sometimes I smell funny.
I didn't want to draw attention to it.
Call Apex Pros.
And what's going on now there?
Smoking. It's a bad habit. We're not supposed to smoke.
Well, you heard it straight from the garbage disposal monster.
Rawr.
Call the pros who knows. Apex Pros.
Hi, it's Alex, the Apex Bear. We are the pros who knows, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Nom 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 nom.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. If Biggie Size was a radio show, this would be it. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
All right, two things can be true here.
Okay.
An 18-year-old Temple student has died after falling from a light pole celebrating the Eagles' NFC championship.
Oh, it's
sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
And our condolences go out to his family, which I'm sure is just gutted, as they should be.
Yeah.
It's also not out of line, I think, to show this to your kids and say, see this? Don't be stupid.
Sure, yeah.
Let's use it as a teaching moment.
Man, I can't even... Yeah, every time there's something like this where, because there's these celebrations that get out of hand often, right? But I know I'm not trying to shade Philadelphia, but Philly has definitely had their share of these where it's like, oh, there's lots of people out in the streets. And the next thing you know, the next morning you wake up and they're like, oh, there were 10 cars flipped over. 3 people died. Something was lit on fire. And it's like, right, I get being excited for your team winning, but you want to be able to enjoy the next day, don't you? And the next game and beyond that, right? Like you don't want to be sitting in a jail cell if you do something drunk and disorderly, or like this kid, unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. Like this
may have been the only mistake this kid ever made in his entire life. But it just took one.
No, I know.
It's one bad mistake.
Yeah, it's horrible, right? It's just it's a senseless tragedy. It's one of those things. I saw a guy, because I saw this video. I didn't obviously watch it to the end, but I had seen a video earlier of a different person, not this kid, who had climbed up on one of the, and if you haven't seen these street light, I mean, you know what street light poles are. They're like, you're 15, 20 feet up in the air at least, if not higher. So, I mean, you're way off the ground. And there was a guy who had, a very in shape person who had climbed all the way up, and he was hanging off of it by one hand. And remember, these poles, they're not like, it's not like the monkey bars where it's like you can fit your hand around it. These are giant poles that you kind of have to like hold with your whole arm, right? So he's hanging off with one hand, and then he grabs back on with the other hand and starts doing pull-ups on it.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, good God. Like I apparently, because then I saw this headline and I thought, oh no, was it that person? It wasn't. It was someone else. And I just think, how many other people were that close? Because he fell, this kid.
It's only men who do this crap, too. Here's what I have to say.
This guy fell, hit his head, and then he had that's what caused brain injury, and now he's
Do the sensible thing. Light a couch on fire and call it a day.
There you go.
Or don't do that either.
Yeah.
Be happy your team won.
Right. What's wrong with that?
On campus. Oh, crap. Look at me.
Oh, there we go.
Man, I wish I would fall to my death right now. Here you go.
Common Man and T-Bones on campus. The latest college sports news and notes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
I thought we had a sponsor. We don't.
That's okay. So, college football news. Notre Dame expected to hire former Rutgers coach and former Buckeyes coach Chris Ash as replacement for Al Golden at defensive coordinator.
I forgot about Chris Ash.
Yeah, I had too. So Al Golden took the job with Cincinnati. So now that leaves an opening. Chris Ash, if you've not followed his career, so remember he got the Rutgers job and was the head coach there for a little bit. But since that time, he has also since worked as a defensive coordinator for Tom Herman in Texas in 2020. He departed for the NFL after that. Spent some years doing various secondary roles. He was in a personnel role with the Jaguars. He's also been a defensive coordinator at Wisconsin and Arkansas and recruiting coordinator at Iowa State. So obviously plenty of background there. But yeah, Chris Ash back in a big time program, right? A big chance to prove himself there at Notre Dame. So we'll see how he does. Are you aware of your guy, Brett Bielema?
I'm aware that he was throwing some shade at Jim Harbaugh on the socials.
Yeah, so after all this news came out about Michigan pushing back on the NCAA's investigation and saying they're not guilty of anything, Bielema posted a video to his social media account of Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, where he is quoted as saying in the video, "Tell the truth always. If you lie, it's over."
This is when he was coaching the 49ers.
Yes. Bielema posted this video with several laughing emojis before taking a more targeted shot at Harbaugh in the video, in which the coach states, "If you cheat to win, you've already lost." Bielema says, "Really? Why did you leave? Was looking forward to playing, but understand why you ran to the NFL. See you in the future and can't wait." And then he tweeted the hashtags for Illinois, FAMILLY with ILL in the ILLY and hashtag ILL. So,
okay.
You know what? Brett Bielema has somehow worked his way into not annoying at all for me, and I just enjoy all of this now. It's not because he's taking a shot at Harbaugh. It goes back to, do you remember, I don't know if this is when he was Wisconsin or maybe when he was at Arkansas for that period of time, where he was trying to say, they asked him, like, how are you going to celebrate this win? And he was saying, like, I'm going to go home, see the wife, hop on a plane and go recruit or something like that. And instead of saying all of that in that order, he said, I'm going to hop on the wife, get on a plane, and then he caught himself and laughed. It's like, this is the man who fell down walking into like one of their games at Arkansas and just got up and looked like a giant goober. And now he's got Illinois kind of playing decently. I don't mind it if Illinois is good. I don't want him to beat the Buckeyes, but I don't mind if Illinois is like back, air quotes. So yeah, if Brett Bielema wants to keep taking shots at guys that I can't stand in college football, next on his list, go after Kirk Herbstreit. Why not do that? That'd be great.
I have no problem.
Go there.
Just make sure your butthole's clean.
There you go. Jim Knowles, he is, of course, dead to all of us. He's now making $3.2 million to be the defensive coordinator at Penn State. However, it could be more than that, Mike. The hits keep on coming. Here are, according to sources, some of what will additionally be added to his contract should he meet certain bonus benchmarks. He could get a 6% increase for reaching a bowl game.
Wow, what a lofty aspiration that is.
That is an equivalent of $186,000. Let him live. 8% for making the Big Ten championship game, which would be another $248,000, almost $250,000 for making the Big Ten championship game, not winning it, just making it there. And then a 21% increase for making a college football playoff semifinal game, or $651,000. So if you add all that up, it combines to over $1.2 million when you add in some of the other bonuses he could get as well. If they do all of that, obviously his compensation would soar over $4 million. So that's quite a chunk of change for a defensive coordinator.
Speaking
at a school, I'd like to point out where defense isn't your issue, it's always offense that you have a problem with.
And your dumb head coach.
Yes, who is largely in control of that offense, right?
Speaking of money, I saw that Neymar, soccer legend, is leaving the Saudi Pro League where he played for Al Hilal.
Played in air quotes because he was hurt a lot of that time.
Hold on a second. He's leaving to go play in Brazil for one of his childhood teams that he loved.
Yes, Club Santos.
Sure. So Al Hilal paid $200 million for his services.
Uh-huh.
In return, he gave them 7 games and 1 goal.
I told you, he was injured a lot. I didn't know it was 7 games. God.
7 games and 1 goal for $200 million.
Matty Ice and I like to talk sometimes. We'll be talking about various things, and we'll be talking about guys who suck, and he would just look at me and go, ski mask, as in he is robbing that team blind because of like the amount of money he's taken for what he's given them in return. Neymar may be the ultimate ski mask guy. That's pretty brutal.
I'm trying to think who would else be in that conversation.
Who got that amount of money? Well, why am I blanking? Steven Strasburg probably is.
Yeah, but at least you can make the case that Steven Strasburg. You're right. He did nothing on the big contract, but leading up to the big contract, he did help them win the World Series.
Right. Ryan Howard, too, right?
Yes.
Had a big contract, which he got after they won a World Series in Philly, and then they gave him that money, and then he didn't really work out after that.
Have you ever had a desire to smell a rotting corpse?
All the time.
Well, now you can, without the pesky headache of the actual corpse. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. And watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound Easton Way at Stelzer Road. This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic. Making it happen.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. The best time of the year for football is finally here. The big game has arrived, and fans are excited to see you'll be hoisting the trophy in New Orleans. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Check out their big game giveaway promo for your chance at $1 million in prizes. 25 winners will walk away with $10K in cash. 7,500 winners will get $100 in bonus bets. No deposit or bet required. Opt in today in the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. After a handful of days off, the Blue Jackets will be back at it tomorrow night as the CBJ begin a 4-game road trip in Vegas against the Golden Knights. Face-off in Sin City is at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It's the first of a back-to-back for the Jackets as they face the Utah Hockey Club in Salt Lake City on Friday night. NBA tonight, the Cavaliers play one game out on the road before they head back to Cleveland for a 3-game homestand. The Cavs are in South Beach tonight to take on the Miami Heat. Tip-off is at 7:30. And in men's college basketball, Ohio State plays the second of their 3 games this week tomorrow night. The Buckeyes are in Happy Valley against Penn State. Tip-off is at 6:30. Timmy Hall will get you warmed up for that one starting at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon right here on The Fan. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. February is almost here. Have you dropped your first 20 pounds yet? Learn how you can achieve it by March with Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing scarier than Bones' analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Wednesday. It is Wild Card Wednesday. Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow.
There we go.
A little reminder. It was also a reminder to me because I forgot. We are done at 5:30 tomorrow because there is an early Buckeye basketball tip against Penn State. So we'll be here from 3 to 5:30 tomorrow. On Morning Juice, Dean Evison, Jackets head coach, at 7:30. Paul Feinbaum will be on Bishop and Friends at 10:30.
Beautiful.
Rothman and I will have Dan Dockich's hair plugs on at 1:30. So if you enjoy him, which I don't, you can listen.
Me either.
You can listen to Dan Dockich. Actually, don't listen for him. Listen for Rothman and I because I do enjoy them.
Listen for them as they're
going to the
suffer
Super Bowl.
through that interview. That's right. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Rothman and Ice in the Big Easy.
We were going through talking about some of the guests they got last year. I mean, they got Dan Marino. They did a really good job bringing in some A-list guys. So let's hope they get that again this year. But they have, they set the bar high for themselves last year. So they got to try to do it again this year.
Have you ever had a desire to smell a dead, rotting corpse?
Some would argue listening to this show is the, for your ears version of that.
That's correct.
But no, I've never smelled one. I guess I would try anything once, Mike.
I saw a story on the news this morning. There were people just lined up around the block to get into Brooklyn's Botanic Garden, okay? Mm-hmm. They have a rare blooming plant there. It's called the Amorpholos gigas. Sure I'm just killing that.
That's the government name, but what do all his friends call him?
It's known as the corpse flower.
There you go.
It's bloomed for the first time since arriving in Brooklyn in 2018. A native to Sumatra, the plant is known for its height and scent, which it uses to attract pollinators. It also smells like a dead, rotting corpse.
Yeah.
And people are lining up to smell it.
Well, I'm familiar with this. I think we've seen this in the news before. I don't know if we've talked about it on the air, but being a little bit of a plant person, liking the trees and all that stuff.
Look at you.
I like. Well,
You're like a botanist.
No. But I've seen this before because they have these in various places. I could be wrong. I don't know if we have one here. I feel like at one time there was one here.
Well, they don't bloom very often.
That's the thing. It's like years go by before one of these things will open up. And when they open up, it's what, like a few days that it's in bloom? Nirvana?
Yeah, Good call.
Yeah. You
only have a few days to go smell the most objectionable thing.
Yeah, but you know what? I actually, in a way, No. I understand people going to see this thing.
I don't.
I'm not going to travel to New York to see it to that end. I wouldn't go that far. But like if they had it at Franklin Park Conservatory and one popped open and I was aware of it, yeah, I mean, I might go check it out if I had a free weekend. Like I'm not going to like cancel my plans, but I could see it because it is such a rare thing just to say you experienced it. Yeah, I could go see it. More or less just to say this thing didn't exist. It's barely ever open. Why,
all right,
go check it out.
It's objectionable. I don't know whether it's rare or not. Like, look, I think Gabby Thomas is fantastic. Okay? Right. She's just a goddess on earth.
Right.
Right? And it's just being by her would be rare and unusual. But if my only interaction with Gabby Thomas is to wait in line so she can rip ass in my face, I'm going to take a pass.
First of all, you are lying.
No, I'm not lying.
I know you.
Look, as much as I enjoy it, I'm not going to stand in line with my mouth open and be like, oh.
Yes, you would.
No, I don't want her to fart in my face. I don't want to smell a flower that smells like a dead, rotting corpse, whether it's rare or not.
Well, that's where we're different. That's all I'm saying is I would go for this just because, one, they're from Sumatra. When am I going to Sumatra? Never. Probably in my life. Never going there.
Oh, okay.
Two, they don't have a ton. It's not like these you just walk around. It's like, oh, another corpse flower's opened up. They're rare. And they're in these gardens where they're very beautiful otherwise. And then you go, and this thing, have you seen this thing?
I've seen it. I saw a picture of it.
They're like 4 or 5 feet tall. They're very big. I'm just saying, I would say, just to say I saw it, yes. It's like...
it's not about smelling it. It's about you're seeing it. It's about smelling it. You got to smell it.
I would take in the aroma, and then I could say for sure, all right, yeah, it's as bad as they say. It's worse than they say. But that's part of life, man. Sometimes,
No, that's not part of life.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you got to experience all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Like, please, take as many of these as you want.
You're probably right. Could you imagine you live in, I don't know where these things, if they have to be deep in the jungle or if you can have them close to, civilization. But could you imagine if they're near where you lived and you just happen to not know that this thing is, around the corner or whatever. Then one day you wake up and you're like, why does it smell like a dead body? Oh, no. One of those stupid flowers opened up again.
Good news. The white people are here to cut them down and plant them in their botanical gardens. Thank God.
They're probably like, these things suck and we hate them. Get rid of them. And then a bunch of people from Harvard have come over and be like, oh, yes, you've got these corpse flowers. We want them. Please let us take them to our gardens.
It's Wild Card Wednesday.
I admit it's stupid, but I probably would check it out.
Please do tweet us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093.
This one comes from. Have we talked about focaccia? We haven't talked about focaccia
or today.
Not today. Okay. Chip Dip, your guy says my bread hoarders. This is attempt number 3 to get the coveted Common Man focaccia recipe. Do the below examples prove my worth? And he has
pictures of his focaccia.
I had a big burp just pop.
You got to smell the corpse flower.
That's what you're about to smell it with that burp. I got to tell you, that was welling up there. All right, so he's sent us pictures of his focaccia.
Let me see it.
He's got a little. It's round.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
assuming that is his, and he didn't just take that from Google Images.
No, he says it's his.
All right, Chip Dip, do me a favor. Send me an email. gfy@bonesmom.com, and I will get that recipe to you lickety-split.
I would love it if the guys here, our IT department, actually had that set up to go right to you.
No, you know what I will do, though? Seriously, I've had so many people ask me for the focaccia. Like I did with the cookies, I will set up an email address, and next week, I will give you the recipe.
Are you going to learn how to do a batch email?
I'll do a batch. Because not as many people are going to want the focaccia recipe. It's much more complicated.
All right. Let's say it's only 3,000 people that want that as opposed to 8,000 that wanted your cookie recipe.
Just gfy@bonesmom.com.
That's not it. That's not the email. This one comes from Rando, who says, if you could choose any Olympic event to participate in, which would you pick? No guarantee you get a medal, but you're good enough to qualify.
Can I guarantee I don't die?
Didn't say that.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I want to do luge or skeleton or something like that, but I don't want to die.
I think you have to weigh the risks of the said event. You're good enough to play. You're good enough to do the thing, but if that sport, if you play hockey, you could end up with a broken leg or whatever. Any injury you can get in hockey is still in play, right? So I think you have to factor all that in.
But he said, I'm not good enough to medal?
Said no guarantee. But you're good enough to it's not like it's a you're the best at this. You're just someone who's good enough to do it.
All right, I want to be the guy, like the last guy in the bobsled who pushes.
Right.
You push, then you get in and you do nothing.
Yeah, you're along for the ride.
Your job is done. Once you do the pushies, then you get in there and you're done. You're going for the ride. I'll take that guy's job.
You know what? I again, not the body type that I have, right? But if I could be any Olympian, like any of them, I would want to be like a swimmer, like an Olympic swimmer.
I think you should want to do it with the body that you have.
It would be
Think about the positive messaging that you would send out.
Well, could you imagine if this body, I was good enough to make the Olympics?
Oh my God.
Swimming?
You'd inspire millions of people.
I would. I'd probably inspire a few drownings too.
If this guy can do
trying to get in there and be like, oh no, we're not built like him. Didn't work out.
You still take your body really seriously.
I still take it seriously.
Right?
I'm
like you're
flapping my arms.
You're flapping. You've got the little.
My back.
You got the cupping marks.
Oh yeah, I have cupping. I have cupping marks, and then I also have like a 42-ounce cup of soda that I sit down as I hop on the diving board. I just yeah, this is my big gulp here.
But then you get in the pool and you put together this amazing time.
Oh yeah. I'm going to breaststroke, or not breaststroke. What's the one?
Oh, you're going to breaststroke.
No, butterfly. I want to like over the top that butterfly thing. I'm just flopping in there.
Well, and you ruin everybody else's chances because you splash the hell out of them unintentionally.
Well, see, I'm very buoyant. This is not a surprise, given that, oil usually sits on top of water. Oil is a fat. I'm fat. That's how I believe that works. I have no idea. All I know is I can float. Like, I don't need a raft to float.
No, floating's not the problem. The swimming fast.
No, I know, but
I think is going to be his problem.
I think like as a swimmer, you want to be under the water a little bit. You don't want to be floating on top. That gives you more resistance. So that somehow I would overcome all that in the Olympics. I'd love it.
Can you put like a little tiny propeller in your butt crack? So they don't see it.
The bigger issue is going to be they're like, well, we're not sure, but we think he is wearing a Speedo, but we
can't
no
see
one
it.
Can see it.
You know what? We don't even know if we should pixelate.
It's definitely not. But we're pixelating just out of safety. But he says he's wearing it. No one wants to check.
It's like in My 600-Pound Life. Like, they don't even know what they're looking at half the time.
Like,
they just put the pixels up there just to keep themselves safe. Is it a fat roll? Is it a wiener? I don't know. Put the pixel up there anyway. The Chicago Cubs have managed to shove even more drunk white people into Wrigley Field. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit some stop-and-go traffic that's causing about a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And things are moving slow and causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com for 75% off your first service. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. TRUgreen.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and 7 weeks ago I decided to make a change, and now I'm down 37 pounds. Only 7 weeks to drop what probably took 5 years to put on. What's more wild is how easy it was, all thanks to Awaken 180. I'm chasing Willie around like it's nothing, throwing him up in the air, running after the dog, all kinds of good things. Something that used to leave me gassed. And you know what? If you're overweight, I'm sure that you can relate. Late nights, early mornings, football playoffs, none of it feels like it's slowing me down anymore. And those cravings that always got in my way, gone. Poof. What I thought would be a struggle has become second nature. The other guys here at The Fan were right. Awaken 180 gives results. And more importantly, the fast results we need to keep on going. My coach, Natalie, is the health guru. She helps me adjust to fit my crazy schedule, from what to eat to when to eat. No meds, no gimmicks. Just a plan straight up that works and can work for anyone. If you want control, take control with Awaken 180. It is the choice to make. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
At Logan Services, we know how important your home comfort is, and that's why we're proud to offer free HVAC inspections. Through our free inspection, you'll get a thorough assessment of your heating and cooling system to identify any potential issues that can impact your home, your energy bills, and even your health. The assessment is free and only takes an hour of your time. It's the fast, friendly service that you've come to expect from our team at Logan Services.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day. At Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little windy on this Wednesday with temperatures in the mid-40s and plenty of sun. Light winds, clear skies, cold temperatures by Thursday morning in the mid-20s. Back in the mid-40s with light winds and increasing clouds by Thursday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
It's Wild Card Wednesday. Reggie Miller is going to NBC with the new NBA package.
Okay.
He will work with Mike Tirico and Ian Eagle. Is that who's doing it?
I believe. Is Ian Eagle a part of it? That'd be a good call. He's great. I like Ian Eagle on basketball, even though he occasionally gets. Wasn't he the gobbledygook guy?
That's correct.
Yeah, he sometimes has gotten frustrated.
His Nepo Baby Kid is there as well.
You know what? Nepo Baby Kid is actually not bad on the mic. Reggie Miller, good on the mic, too. I've enjoyed him when he works games. He does a good job on NBA coverage.
Reggie Miller also looks like he doesn't age.
No.
Like he looks, you told me he was 35. I'd believe you. He's closing in on 60.
Well, yeah, I think
if he's not already.
The later stages of his career, how he looks now is what he looked like then, at least like in the face, right? I mean, obviously, we don't see him in basketball gear these days.
He's 59 years old.
Let him live. That's great. Yeah, he's doing awesome.
You like Wrigley Field, you Cubs fans. I don't know why I said it like that.
You Cubs fans,
Yeah, you dirty Cubs fans. You like your Wrigley's?
Well, you said it that way because you hate Cubs fans.
Yeah.
You hate the Cubs. I know that.
And everybody who always goes, I'm going to Chicago. Where you go? I'm going to Wrigley Field. It's just a playground for the CSers.
Okay.
Here's this for the Chicago Sun-Times.
All right.
A table sits in the front row of high-top chairs that resemble patio furniture. Nestled between them is a full drink cooler. They all look out on Wrigley Field. The Cubs are adding a new outdoor rental space among the Wrigley Field bleachers located above the batter's eye in center field, and they're naming it The Yard.
Of course.
Tickets for the space, which can accommodate groups as small as 4 or as large as 50, with a semi-open floor plan, go on sale today. They start at $175 per ticket, but fluctuate depending on the game.
Of course.
As they would.
Yes.
You get a ballpark meal included, which means a burger or hot dog.
Okay.
High top seats, unlimited beer, wine, seltzers, and non-alcoholic drinks. See, it wouldn't be Wrigley Field without unlimited beer.
Yeah. Well, I will say the price tag at first, I'm like, well, how are they justifying this? Now I see. There's going to be a beer component or an alcohol component that is unlimited. That's all right. That's where the cost is.
So you can rent this space for a small fortune. $175. That's actually not that bad.
Well, for one person, but if you're doing, it says parties as small
Per
as
ticket.
four, so you have to at least do whatever that would be, like $600-700 worth of tickets just to get this thing.
Yes, they do not provide you, though, with a change of pants once you piss yourself.
By the way, I was thinking about this earlier today. I have only been to the outskirts of Chicago. I've never been.
That surprises me.
I know. I've lived in the Midwest my entire life, but we have no family up that way. My parents never took us up that way.
It's a beautiful city, wonderful museums.
I would love to go, and I plan to go at some point.
Sometimes a gaggle of teenagers will beat you senseless. I mean, it's a good time.
Well, I went there years ago with a bunch of Crew fans. We went up to watch them play the Chicago Fire, but that was when they were playing in Bridgeview, which is not downtown.
No.
And that was pretty much, we did go to a deep dish, pizza place. We got, the real, pie. That was good. I enjoyed that. But then we, went to the game and then left, and that was it. So what I'm saying is I've never been near Wrigley or to the South Side where your White Sox play for now, till they move to Nashville. Like, and I know you'll be waving at him and be like, bye.
Get out of here.
See
Put me out of my misery.
But I'm saying, it occurred to me, I was talking with Fish about this, who is a Cubs fan, our boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if I went to Chicago, I would be that tourist that if I was going to go do something in the summer, among the things I probably would do is probably go check out a baseball game.
I know you would.
And my options are to go to your White Sox, which you would probably scream at me if I said I'm going to watch a Sox game. You would say, you're an idiot. Why would you give them any money? But then the only other option I would have is to go up to Wrigley, which, again, I would rather kind of do anyway because it's historic and all that stuff. But then I would also get from you, like, what the hell are you doing? You going there to piss your pants and fall over and all that?
Go there. It's nice. It's fine. It's, it's like Disney World.
Oh, I know. It's not what it probably was when it, at its historic peak. Right now, it's been kind of, there's a lot that's been done to it to make it acceptable for nowadays.
There's no such thing as historic peak. I always talk about this. People, the good old days. When were the good old days?
Right.
When there were 7,000 people at Wrigley Field, and instead of going outside to piss, they just did it right there in the stands. I mean, that's what it used to be at Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
And then they turned it into sort of Disney World with all the great bars around it and the neighborhood, all that. And then, tourists want to come check it out. I get it. My recommendation to you would be, if it matches up, go when the Mets are in town.
No, that's what I would.
You cheer for the Mets, go cheer for something.
Yeah. You're right. I wouldn't just go it would be fun to go with a rooting interest. But I'll tell you this, too. If I went and it wasn't the Mets, any other team on that day, I would make a special order or a special trip beforehand. I would get the gear of the other team.
Now that's a good friend.
And I would root for the other team just for you. Just so that I'm there, but I'm not rooting for the Cubs, which I know.
I did that once.
You're a huge Sox fan, but you are, as much as you're a Sox fan, you are not the Cubs fan. And I would at least support you in that.
Back when I was a young mang. Back when I was banging.
There we go.
Literally. There was this girl I was dating, and, you're still in the I want to impress you and not show you my true self phase.
Mm-hmm.
So you do things you're not comfortable doing. And she wanted to go to a Cubs game.
Okay.
So okay.
Right.
We went to a Cubs game. They were playing the Colorado Rockies. I bought a Rockies cap.
Sure.
And sat there and cheered for the Rockies the entire time. That was the only way that I went to Wrigley Field.
They were watching the Big Cat, Andres Galarraga back in the day?
He was.
I bet he was.
On the field.
I was trying to think of the
Big
time
Cat
frame.
beat cancer.
Yeah, that's right.
Had cancer as a player.
I forgot all about that.
Went through chemo, beat it, came back, hit 50 home runs.
Yeah. Good for him. No, that's, I don't think that's bad if it's something where your alternative is just go in normal clothes and don't root for anyone. You could do that. But for you, because I know how much you hate the Cubs, I would join you in that hatred. Just because, you know what? It's kind of fun to be the heel, Like, I do get that. I don't know if I want to go to Philly and be the heel because then you end up in a body bag. But, like,
I'm not saying it to be obnoxious. Like, I went to the Metrodome when the Twins played in the old Metrodome. Buddy of mine, we took a road trip, both Sox fans, White Sox playing the Twins in the Metrodome. And I forget, somebody hit a home run. I don't know. We weren't being obnoxious.
Right.
We just stood up and cheered for the home run because our team.
Yeah.
Somebody threw a battery at the back of my neck.
Oof. Yeah.
And it hurt like hell. And I no-sold it.
Oh, you have to. You try if you can, right? If you don't just, pass out.
But it hurt like hell.
It did.
That's the good old days.
Yeah.
People threw batteries at you.
No, I'm trying to think. For most of my sports fandom, when I've gone to places, I have either been rooting for a team or I have just been there as a neutral, casual, just enjoying the thing. But I've rarely gone as not a troll, but as someone who is just, today I'm rooting for the opposite. I'm rooting for the away team. I don't think I've done that other than when my Mets have been the away team or a team I'm rooting for is who's going there. But I've never just gone to a neutral game and then picked a team and said, I'm going to just rub it in the eyes of the home fans today.
Well, I tried to do that once when I was living out in California. Hated it. A friend of mine was a Raiders fan when they were in Oakland.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he had tickets in the black hole. Oof. And he said, do you want to go? And I said, all right, I'll go. I mean, I have no rooting. I forget who they were playing. Maybe the Broncos or something, right?
Yeah, right.
So he picks me up, and I'm just in regular clothes. He said, you can't wear that. And I said, what, regular clothes? I said, no, you can't. If you go in there without any Raiders gear on, they will kill you. I said, but I'm not cheering for the other team. I'm just standing there with you. I'll even cheer for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We had to go to a shop and buy clothes.
They need to know that you're not just there. You're fully with them. You're not just kind of there hanging out.
I think I even had a black shirt on, but it was just a plain black shirt. And they said, no, not acceptable. It has to have Raiders gear on it.
I'm trying to think of the places where I would be willing to go. Like if I went up to Ann Arbor, because I just say I went with friends. And
I had a bag of piss thrown at me in State College.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. That seems like that's part of the price of admission these days. Good luck, Jim Knowles. Enjoy that. But I think if I went to Michigan and if a friend said, let's go up there, I want to go watch a game, I would say, cool. Who are they playing? I'm ordering their gear.
Yeah.
I think for me, if it was Penn State, I would still
put on Penn State gear.
I would put on Penn State gear just to troll the people up in Ann Arbor. That's how much I hate Michigan. But yeah, any other team, I would probably wear their gear too. Just to go up there and say, here's how much I hate your team. I am actively rooting for this other team.
Name dropping with the broadcasting legend, Jeff Rimmer, coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's blocking the center lane on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and King Avenue. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's Breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito or even a Honey Buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Guys, it's D. Miller. It's a new year and time to keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan, like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey, Columbus, Jeff Rimmer here, back in Columbus for a little hockey and to visit my good friends at Buyers Volkswagen. Whether you want to buy, sell, or service your next Volkswagen, Buyers has all the options. Browse their entire inventory online at columbusvw.com or visit one of their friendly Volkswagen brand specialists. Or for more personal touch and exceptional experience, it's awaiting for you right there at Buyers. Come see why it's better to buy at Buyers Volkswagen. They're by the airport.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Celebrate women in sports. Join Ohio State women's basketball on Sunday, February 2nd for a special Women in Sports and Alumni Night. The Buckeyes take on Washington at the Shot. Be part of this great evening and get your tickets at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone's name dropping with the biggest name dropper of them all, Jeff Rimmer.
Sponsored by Buyers Imports by the airport.
The broadcasting legend. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I can't put him on.
Oh,
for some reason. Cole, put him on.
All right, we'll get him. He's there. He'll be there in a minute. There he is.
Rims?
I'm there.
Oh, I know you are. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm all ready for my stand-up comedy debut.
Oh, no.
Stand-up comedy debut?
Oh, no. I
Yeah,
forgot
don't you
about this.
remember last week? Tell him, T-Bone. Tell him.
What? What did I miss?
You said something to him about stand-up comedy, like you got to come up with something next week. And he was like, I'll do it. And
I will say this, Rims. It's never too late. I just saw that Madonna did 30 minutes of stand-up at the age of 66.
Were they
all right?
Were they
put it
good
this
minutes?
way.
I can't tell you if they were good, but she did.
Last week you were praising me on one side, but saying, you know what, you're not Bob Uecker, you're not a comedian.
All right, let's
you
go.
Don't do stand-up comedy.
Go ahead.
And I've been working on it all week.
Okay.
My good friend.
We're waiting.
My good friend down here. Well, if you let me go, quiet. On the set. No introduction. Nothing.
You just told me to shut up.
All right, here we go. A broadcasting legend and a comedy icon. Give it up for your friend and mine, Jeff Rimmer, everybody. Hey,
all right. Here you go, Rims. Come on.
Love it. My friend Bill Brown thought his new girl was pretty hot. He got on the Brightline train down here in South Florida, the speed train that goes from Miami to Orlando, pulled out a picture out of his wallet, told the guy next to him, hey, buddy, what do you think of my girl? She's pretty, eh? The guy replies, if you think she's pretty, you should see my wife. Bill Brown says, is she hot too? The guy said, no, she needs an optometrist.
Okay.
I got another one for you.
All right. Oh, this is so good. I'm glad we're doing it. Let's hear another one. Rims, I'm laughing on the inside. I promise I am. It's great.
My friend Bill Brown, again, tells me his friends from New Jersey want to be safe from drones. And if you do, you should be heading over to the Meadowlands. Why there? Because they never have any touchdowns at the Meadowlands.
Oh, look at that. You know what, Rims? That was topical humor there. I like it.
Yeah, just a little sampling of what I can do and ingratiate myself to Mike, who praised me on one side, but then said, yeah, but you're not complete. I think I'm complete now, right, guys?
Yeah, that was great, Rims. That was fantastic.
Did you leave all your blue material? Because I was really hoping you'd work blue. That would be fun.
No. The only blue material I have is Blue Jackets, as I always do.
That's set up and delivered. I loved it. That's good.
And I want to say this. You can go to the bank. The Columbus Blue Jackets this spring will be a playoff team.
Stop.
And I say that.
Stop
the
it
hockey
now.
Gods, The hockey gods are with Columbus. The Jackets don't play till tomorrow night in Vegas. They've been off for 4 days to recuperate after the games in a short period of time. What was it, 6 games over 9-10 nights? But they're now winging their way to Vegas. And I'm telling you, the hockey gods last night, 3 teams we were watching closely last night, and all 3 lost. Rangers lost, Montreal lost, and Boston lost. The Jackets are in the driver's seat here.
Rims, I'm very excited that it's January 29th and we're talking about meaningful hockey. And I believe this team can be a playoff team, and I hope that they will. But don't give me the take it to the bank. I don't want to hear that because that makes me nervous, especially when you take it to the bank because you're often wrong.
Wait a second. I've been telling you guys all season long about this team.
Rims, I've known you for 20 years, and every single year you tell me they're going to win the Stanley Cup.
21.
You've been wrong every year.
I do not. I've never told you they're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Have you ever looked at me and you've said, man, this team this year will be crap? No, you've never said that. You've always said they're going to be pretty good if this happens and this happens and this happens.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yes.
By the way, my first name drop today is Don Waddell. Since we last spoke, I had a chance to talk to Don at length. He's very, very happy with the progress of the team and the young players that have certainly taken a huge step, better than he expected, and he expects things even to be better here going into the trading deadline and beyond, and he feels pretty confident about this club, and he's very, very pleased, and who wouldn't be, with the efforts of Dean Evison and the coaching staff.
Well, one of those guys, Rims, that I was going to ask you about, we like to call him Belbiv DeVoe, but Luca Del Belbaluz, who got his call-up, I know, at the end of last season for the one game, scored the goal, and then came in this season to the AHL, became an all-star, led the league in scoring, and now he's gotten called up and looks like he belongs, right? I know he's a young kid. He hasn't played a ton of games, but that's got to be a huge plus, right, to be able to bring someone up like that and have him actually flourish.
Absolutely, and he shows that if it's not right now, it's very soon he's going to be an everyday NHLer. Understand, the Jackets have got some serious moves that they're going to have to make here with Boone Jenner, who's now been cleared by the doctors. He's with the team on the plane, heading to Vegas as we speak. He won't play on this trip, and he won't play until after the Four Nations tournament, but he definitely will play several games, or at least the number of games the Jackets have prior to the outdoor game on the 1st of March. So he's coming back. Monahan, although having a setback, he'll be back. You have Chinikov on the ice today for the first time, skating with the team, although he did leave practice early and the skate prior to departure. But the Jackets are going to get healthy here. Goodbranson is on his way to returning as well over the next, I'd say 3-4 weeks. So the Jackets are going to have some decisions to make up front and on the blue line. And, hey, again, I've said this several weeks now, I want to give a little more of love to Elvis Merzlikins, who continues to show that he has turned the corner and providing superb goaltending for the Blue Jackets.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Friends, Buyers Imports by the Airport. You want to talk about your friends, Rims?
Absolutely. On the phone with the genial GM at Buyers Imports by the Airport. And talking to Kevin King today, there's a lot of good things going on, and there's some new EV models that have arrived. They'll be there for you beginning this weekend on the 1st of February. And one of the real newcomers here that you've got to get a look at and test drive is the Audi Q6, a midsize SUV. And there are several in stock, ready for immediate delivery, all shapes and models. Now, the Polestar, the favorite of my good friend, Mike Riccardotti, now has both Polestar 2 and 3 available at Buyers Imports by the Airport. And I know I've talked about the ID Buzz before. It's here. It's the newest retro VW bus. And let me tell you, I've seen the commercials on television here from Volkswagen and their national spots. Boy, that is a beauty. Go out there and test drive that automobile, as well as the new Porsche Macan, now ready for immediate delivery at Buyers Imports by the Airport.
Rims, you brought up the First Nations tournament. Let me tell you what my biggest nightmare is.
Four Nations, not First Nations.
Four Nations, I'm sorry. First Nations, actually, it's the Native Americans get together and play hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Zach Werenski's going to play, and my my big nightmare is that he's playing the best hockey of his career. He will go and play in this tournament, and he will hurt himself, and he'll be out for the rest of the season. Don Waddell, privately, do you think he likes the fact that his guys are going and showcasing skills, or would he like to have everybody in the bubble and stay here and stay healthy?
No, I think that this is going to be a thrill for Zach Werenski and Don Waddell and really anybody associated with the Blue Jackets that does not want to deny Werenski or any player from playing for their country. No, I mean, you've always got to bite the bullet. And, yeah, sometimes in the Olympics or World Championships, players get hurt and they're gone for a lengthy time. But let's not even think about it. Don't even put that seed in your head. Let's move on. Werenski's having a great year. It will continue, and he is the talk of the National Hockey League.
That point streak, right, Rims? I mean, that's when you're getting into the names
Incredible.
now that he's
right
getting
there
into.
With my buddy Bobby Orr. He's right there behind Bobby Orr. And, I mean, Bobby Orr, for me, not because he's my buddy, but one of the best of all time, if not the best player of all time. And even as Werenski skates now, reminds me, and you guys, you need to go to the video because obviously you wouldn't remember, you're too young, but take a look at Bobby Orr in his prime before he had all those knee injuries. And you're seeing a facsimile of that in Zach Werenski each and every night for the Blue Jackets.
All right, let's do some names, Rims. What do you got?
Well, I gave you Don Waddell. I'm going to give you another buddy of mine. And I talked to him on the weekend because I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but there's a major story in the National Hockey League. Two superstars on the same team are clashing. You have a guy that, for me, signs a multi-year contract with the Vancouver Canucks. I'm sure you guys are aware of that story out west. I guess not.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Were you talking? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got crickets on the other side. Well, what's with you guys?
Nothing. I was waiting for you to set it up. Go ahead.
Well, you've got Pedersen, who is rumored to be out the door there in Vancouver, and it's a situation where here's a player. Sorry, the Yapping Dogs are going at it now. But the point is, I better get I see time's running late here. I better get to my guy, Michael Bublé, who I talked to on the weekend. By the way,
Michael Bublé is getting to Bobby Orr level, by the way.
No.
Too much Bublé.
Let me tell you about Bublé. First of all, he says to me, Jeff, and he's talking to me from the tarmac at the airport in Vancouver. Where's he going with his family? He's going to Kansas City for
bubonic plague night
game on Sunday. No, come on.
It's tuberculosis they have there. I'm sorry. I saw they had something there. Tuberculosis.
Yeah, that's right.
Forget Taylor Swift. No, that's in Kansas City, Kansas. Get it right. You've got to get up on your world news, if you will.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, he's on his way, and he says to me, forget Taylor. I am the one that's the lucky charm. And I guess he's been at a few Kansas City games. He's friendly with management and ownership there, and he's on his way. So we started talking about that Canucks situation. It's really, really unfortunate because you've got a team that last year over 100 points, and they're struggling. And, of course, Bublé is the ultimate Vancouver fan, and he says it's just a joke. But where he really is showing his disgust is for the media in Vancouver because he believes that they have totally blown the story out of proportion.
No, it's always the media's fault. Hey, when you said the dogs were going at it, does that mean like doing each other or fighting or what?
Did you not hear them in the background?
No, I didn't hear them.
Oh, you didn't hear the Yapper Dogs. Well, I've got the door closed here in my office in the man cave, and they were just on the other side of the door. So I'm glad that you didn't hear them.
All right, thank you, Rims. We'll talk to you next week. Work on your stand-up material.
I work on some more, and hey, I might be making an appearance. You never know. Where's the comedy club in Columbus?
Funny Bone. We have a couple of them.
Yeah, well, I guess I may be appearing there before you know. Will you make the introduction for me that night?
Yep.
We'll get you there.
Rimmer and Madonna on the same stand-up ticket. Only one of them will be wearing a pointy bra. That's Jeff Rimmer.
Now, why do I need to hear Rimmer sing Like a Virgin? Why? Now that's what's in my head.
For the very first time.
That's what I need right now in my life.
Like a virgin. What was I going to say? Oh, name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
southbound 270's on-ramp from Westerville, and that's on the North Outer Belt. And we've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and 7 weeks ago I decided to make a change, and now I'm down 37 pounds. Only 7 weeks to drop what probably took 5 years to put on. What's more wild is how easy it was, all thanks to Awaken 180. I'm chasing Willie around like it's nothing, throwing him up in the air, running after the dog, all kinds of good things. Something that used to leave me gassed. And you know what? If you're overweight, I'm sure that you can relate. Late nights, early mornings, football playoffs, none of it feels like it's slowing me down anymore. And those cravings that always got in my way, gone. Poof. What I thought would be a struggle has become second nature. The other guys here at The Fan were right. Awaken 180 gives results, and more importantly, the fast results we need to keep on going. My coach, Natalie, is the health guru. She helps me adjust to fit my crazy schedule from what to eat to when to eat. No meds, no gimmicks. Just a plan straight up that works and can work for anyone. If you want control, take control with Awaken 180. It is the choice to make. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Breaking news. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You'll find low prices on thousands of items. The yellow and red tags mean you'll save big on sparkling ice water, Kroger brand chips, and so much more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown, dumb since day one. The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let's get it started.
Lindsay Honda starts this year off by giving you cash for your clunker. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. It's Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Filling in for Timmy Hall tonight. The one, the only. Jeff Thidoff.
High five, boys. Tim's sick. Woo! Look, he's got the flu. He's too young to die from the flu. He's not going to die.
No, I know.
He's a young flu.
Listen, when Tito hears that there's illness running through the radio station,
I text Fish so fast.
There's no sweatpants allowed for Tito. He's just like, I gotta wear all jeans now.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
You too. Get better, Tim. Nice to see you also, Colin.
You're looking svelte.
You are.
I've lost a little bit of weight.
Well, you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
How you doing it?
Stress.
Yeah.
A lot of stress. Just a lot of, just being old with
the bleeding
young kids.
ulcers, they
too.
help.
Yeah, that's bleeding coming from more than just ulcers. But yes.
Rectal.
Oh, no, whoa. I wouldn't say that. Anal? Yeah.
I like the specification. That's good. I was worried you were going to say from the front. And I thought, oh, no, that'd be even worse.
No.
That's no good.
How old are your kids now?
I've got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Wow.
I've got an 8-year-old. Next month she'll be 8.
You're younger than me, though. That's the dip. You're like, what are you, 42?
45.
45. Are you really?
Yeah.
You look great for 45.
But 42, I looked rough, right? If you thought I was 42.
Yeah, 42.
I got to tell you.
God. Hey, look, I've got one foot in the grave every time. Honestly, my wife got me a bracelet that said DNR.
Oh. I love their music.
Honestly.
You said DNR, not GNR.
No, not GNR, no.
Guns N' Roses.
If I'm not like doing anything physical and I sprain an ankle and I go down.
Well, you were telling me you were out west. You were hiking in Oregon with your wife. That's risky because she could push you right off that cliff. I know I would.
Oh, I absolutely would. Yeah, no, it was tough. There was like, early on it was okay. Then we start going. It's like I take like 10 steps, say, hang on, honey.
Yeah, you gotta pace yourself.
There were a couple, we did 2 tough hikes. The second one was really bad. She said, honestly, after we had done, she said, I didn't think you would be able to do it. I'm like, then why in the hell did you schedule it?
That's exactly why she scheduled it. She was like,
Yes.
I was hoping it wouldn't
he'll
work
have a
out
heart
for you.
attack.
Yeah,
Right.
and then I can just leave him here. The Bears will get him,
Right
and then
there.
we'll go home.
Yep, right there.
What's coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight?
What's not coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight? We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Will Howard's legacy. We're going to talk about an Ohio State coach who is interviewing with the NFL team also. We're going to give away a couple of Ohio State men's basketball tickets against Maryland. It's me and DeVere tonight.
I saw DeVere sitting out there. He's ready to go.
Did you smell him?
I did not, but he always smells fresh.
I put 1 squirt of cologne on, not 2, because I didn't want to get made fun of.
What's the squirt?
What kind is it?
Yeah, what kind is it?
Oh, that's my wife. I don't know what it's called. She bought it. I don't know what it's called.
Oh. That's so you've
mountain man.
I don't know what I am. It's not polo. I'm not like in high school anymore. It's not that.
Michael Jordan cologne?
No, it's not. It's not the beach. It's not Jordan. It's nothing like that. I don't know what it is.
Have you reached the stage, Tito? Like I see these guys sometimes in the store. You go to like a clothing store, and the wives are there they're just like throwing clothes at them, and they're just like they look brain dead, and they're just like they don't even they just go into the thing, put on the clothes, they walk out. They're like, this is my wardrobe now. Do you pick out your own clothes, or does she pick everything out for you?
Of course I don't. Look, 2 people pick out my clothes: my wife and Scotty Vegas, because I'm wearing a fan thing right here. All I wear is fan stuff and what my wife buys. That's all I do.
Why have that on your mind?
There is a point where you just sort of submit. I went out to dinner with somebody who, steak place, right?
Yeah.
Ordered whatever cut of steak it was. The waiter said, "How would you like that cooked?" He looked at his wife and said, "How do I like that cooked?
What do I get?
Honey, what do you want me to get?"
Right.
I think, come on, that's we got to get a little bit better than that.
We do.
Look,
you have to.
All I want to do is just be happy and quiet. By the way, someone's going to text her that you just said that. There's a spy out there. I've told you this before. There's a spy out there. There's somebody who's a friend of hers from high school. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but every time I say anything about her, they text her. Your husband said this about you on the fan.
Mm-hmm.
He said
like I
this.
said, as a spy, it's almost like we're on the radio.
I was going to say,
no,
Tito,
she doesn't listen. No, but she doesn't listen.
Tito, what that's called is an audience.
No, I know
there's a lot of people out there.
But I'm saying, so I think it's a guy, and I think he's trying to move in on her.
Oh.
So I think that he sends us like, hey, Tito said this about your marriage. Tito said this about your sleeping habits, whatever it is.
Ah.
And then I catch hell when I get home. This person said.
You should ask what's his name.
Your voice. I'm
you
sorry.
need to do the voice a little bit better.
I know I do. I don't practice it. I'm not in the air enough.
This person said we went hiking and I left you for dead.
Right. Something like that. I'll catch hell for it when I get home.
Buckeye Show. Top of the hour right here on the Fan. Go ahead, Tito.
Back show, hit it.
No, back page, not back show.
Back show's what I was looking at on my phone. That's a different thing. Back page, hit it.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone. Back shots. Hit it. Let's go.
Big Show's here, the wrestler.
Big shots.
That's right. There we go. Martha Stewart. She was doing an interview, apparently, on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Maybe she was on right after Ryan Day. I don't know.
How about that?
In either case,
Right before.
Yeah. Was she really?
Same show?
Same show.
Yeah, same show. Nice.
There you go. Well, on that show, she was talking about when she went to prison, or, the, whatever it was, home arrest, and then the, little white-collar camp they sent her to that was technically a prison anyway, because she did the insider trading and all that stuff. She was asked about that. She said, I was coming out of that place, that camp that I was in for a while, and my parole officer wouldn't let me have any time off. Meaning, when you're on parole, you're supposed to be no more than 8 hours away from the house when you're under house arrest. So she could do something for a job, but she couldn't go do what they had asked her to, which was Saturday Night Live said in 2005, why don't you come host? And she was told no, not allowed to do that because she'd have to be there for more than 8 hours a day. It's obviously in New York. By her parole officer.
Oh,
her parole officer said, you're not allowed to go. So she said SNL wanted her to host. She would have done it, but the parole officer wouldn't let her do it. And then she finished that by saying, that bastard. So,
by the way, what year is this? Ryan Day's the second guest to Martha Stewart?
I don't know. That's stupid.
Ryan Day's got to be the A guest.
Yeah,
Martha Stewart was in front of him?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you meant it was Ryan Day, and then they're like, all right, now Martha Stewart.
No, Martha Stewart was the first one out.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, there was a first one before both of them. It went Martha Stewart second, then Ryan Day third for the final 5 minutes.
Who was the first one?
Someone I didn't recognize.
Was Ryan Day the musical guest? Where he also just had them play Hang On Sloopy at the end?
Did the OHIO. That's all he did. Right? That's all he did.
The guy was like, what's the deal with college football playoffs? He just started doing stand-up. It's good.
I can't believe he was the third guest.
That's terrible.
He did well.
I told you. No, it's not him. I told you Jimmy Fallon sucks. This is why he sucks.
All right, Buckeye Show's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And things are moving a little slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt from Main Street to I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union, they're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. Witness their members as they construct solar energy facilities, harnessing the power of the sun for Ohio's future. Build Ohio right. Build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This Action Update is sponsored by Logan Services. Free furnace with the purchase of an AC. Elevated event on the PGA Tour this week as it is the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Scotty Scheffler's the favorite at plus 425. Colin Morikawa has the second best odds, 12-1, with Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy both 13-1. For your Logan Services Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day. At Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any MetroFlex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.